Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome
Hi.
to Adobe Live. My name is Cory Hall. I'm joined here by Andrew.
Hello,
Andrew, how you doing?
everyone. I'm good. I'm ready to have some fun today. It's a very special morning.
It's a very special morning. We've got a lot of amazing live streams coming to you from San Francisco. We're both in the studio in SF, beautiful, sunny SF, which I am so happy to be here. We've got a live stream with Andrew this morning happening right now. Then Andrew's going to be hosting Arabela at 10 o'clock. And then Arabela will be hosting me at 11 o'clock. Is that right? Is that the right schedule? Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds right. That sounds right.
Yep.
So we've got an amazing day of live streaming with you guys. We're doing all sorts of things, but today with Andrew, we are going to be making movie posters. Do you want to tell us a little about your project?
So it's a very special day today. It is award season. We have the movie awards got announced this morning, which was not planned. Just so happened they got delayed. So they got announced this morning. So we are going to be making a movie poster for my favorite movie of the season.
Possibly life.
Possibly life,
Possibly
yes.
of
So
all time.
we're doing fan poster. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna show you how to work with type. I'm gonna show you how to work with some images, do some compositing, as well as some really, really cool type effects in Photoshop. So
Amazing.
if you wanna learn any of that, stick around.
Yep, stick around.
Or if you like movies.
If you like our personalities,
Yeah.
if you like Adobe products,
Yes.
if you like movies, if you like the Academy. We've got some people in the chat. Hi, Robert, Deb, Sir, Cody Bear. As always, thank you so much for being here. We're happy to have you guys. If you're joining us or just joining us, let us know where you're joining from. We're happy to have you guys, and we've always got people from all over the place. So say hi.
All right, let's hop in. We're gonna be doing a ton of type work today. And so working with type, the first thing that I always wanna do is just go to fonts.adobe.com.
Yep.
If you haven't been here, you should be here.
What are you doing if you're not on fonts.adobe.com?
Right?
Where are you?
I love that they do a trending now that's just like the new stuff, because every now and then I'll find something that's like really fun in here. But I want to find some type for us to get started with. And the movie that we're working on is going to be The Substance. It was my favorite movie of the season. It's crazy.
It's crazy. If you guys have seen The Substance, drop it into the chat. I want to hear from you. I want to know who my Substance stands are.
Yes.
And my people who don't like The Substance, because I know you're out there too.
Yes.
I don't want to talk to you. I only want to talk to people who like The Substance.
Yes, and this is not a charge for you to go to watch The Substance. Not at all. Do not watch The Substance because it's absolutely insane.
It's
but
crazy.
if you just so happen to like feel brave and want to watch it, please do. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, but I cannot recommend it to anyone because it's so intense. But here we are making a movie poster for it on Adobe Live.
Here we are.
So what I want to do is I'm going to look for some type. I want something that's like tall, condensed, bold.
Yep.
And I do want to call out that this is already a huge disservice to the type designer for that film.
You're doing them dirty by doing something.
I am, and I just want to call it out. The type in that film is so gorgeous, and it was custom made for that film.
Oh, it is. I didn't know that.
Yes, so
Okay.
it's actually in the credits, which I think is awesome that they got a nod in the credits. So
Wow.
if you are the designer and you're watching this, I'm so sorry. But I do want something that is like taller, condensed, and I can use the filters here to look at a sans serif. I can do something that's like thin, and I can do something that's like has a thickness to it. And then just scroll through.
I love all of the tags too, and it seems like they've expanded the tags too. Because
Yes.
I remember when Adobe Fonts was, I don't know, in its earlier days, the tags were kind of limited, and now we've got a good number of them.
Yep. And so what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna go into I'm gonna go into Illustrator because there's a filter in Illustrator that isn't on Adobe Fonts, which I think is funny.
Okay.
And we can click right here and go to Find More. And then there is a filter here for display.
Oh,
And so let's go here, and then we can go right here. So just decorative is what it is. And this is gonna give us like weird type. And I think I want something that's a little weird because I'm gonna ruin it like pretty hardcore.
So are you going for a font that is kind of in line with the like theme of the movie? Or are you gonna try something a little different?
I
Like,
think
what are
I'm
you
gonna try
looking for?
something a little different.
Okay.
I want, okay. I actually am gonna do two different fonts. So we're gonna do this one, which is Burnaby Stencil.
Cool. Never heard of that one.
And then I'm gonna do one that's like rough and crazy, and one that is like super clean, and then we're gonna use blends. So if you haven't used blends in Illustrator, it basically is going to make different steps between the two. How can I describe the plot of the movie? It is a person who decides to create another version of themselves that's a little bit different. And so it's a lot of the movie is the merging of two things. So we're gonna play with blends today.
Yep. Oh,
Right?
okay. I see the connection.
Right?
I see. Okay, yep, that makes a lot of sense.
So we'll see if we can get this to sync. It is Burnaby Stencil. Burnaby.
We've got Marcy joining from Phoenix. What's up, Marcy? How's it going in Phoenix? How's the weather? Is it hot? We've got Deb in the chat. We've got Sean, Felicia. Good to see you guys. I'm not seeing anyone who said they've seen The Substance yet, which
yes.
I don't know if that's good or bad for the audience, but it does mean you have a blank slate to work with.
I do like that.
You get to shape everyone's first idea of what this movie is.
Okay. Was this not
Is she syncing?
Burnaby Stencil? Okay, sure. Let's do a clean version here. And then what was the font that we had, chat? Was it not Burnaby?
No, I thought it was. That's the one you just said, right?
I did. And now it's gone. Oh, chat.
They're hiding.
All right, that's fine. I'm gonna do stencil. Oh, there we go. Okay, got it. So we have these two here, and you can see that they're like very, very different, which is what I want. And we are gonna do, ooh, that already looks good.
That does look good. That looks scary.
What I'm gonna do is start playing around with blending. And chat, I'm just gonna show you real quick what a blend does to get started here. Once I grab two pieces, right, two different things, we are gonna go to Object, we are going to go to Blend and Blend Options, and then we are going to do Specified Steps. Sure, let's do 8. We'll hit OK, and then we'll go back and do Object, Blend, Make.
Yep.
And it's gonna blend these together,
Whoa,
right?
Okay, that's an amazing effect already.
Right?
And
So,
I have a question.
Yes.
So I usually make outline objects when I
Yes.
do the blend. Did you do that on this?
no.
Okay.
Which is fun because then you can kind of come in here and see like, what does it look like if I
Yep.
wanted to do it substance, like you can kind of see.
Yeah, totally.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
That's a cool effect.
we can start playing around maybe with, and this is lowercase. Okay, they're all uppercase. Substance, and it does update live, which I think is really, really cool.
No, I really like that.
So let's go ahead and we're just gonna make a. Do I want to go pixels? I want to go into inches real quick.
Deb says, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool." Felicia says, "Hot."
Yes, you just wait. It's gonna get crazy.
And Felicia says, "I've heard great things about it and that it was body horror." And that is absolutely correct, Felicia. It is great and it is also body horror.
Yes, it's very, very intense. So I want this to kind of be like the overarching, and I'm gonna kind of create some textures and then maybe do some like torn paper effects so it's kind of layered and crazy. But what I like to do is, yes, this is crazy, but I'm going to do like an outline of this and then blend that again with something else.
Gotcha. Okay,
So
we're blending.
no, Chad, I turned on perspective grid. All right, there we go.
I always turn on perspective grid by accident.
It makes me so stressed.
I know, it
And
drives
Chad,
me
if you
crazy.
want to get rid of it, it is Command-Shift-I is the hotkey to get rid of it.
Oh, see, I'm always going up. I'm just having to press a little X.
Oh.
Yeah. Do I like manually go up and turn it off? I don't remember what the hotkey is for it ever.
All right, so what I'm gonna do here, chat, is I'm just going to like rotate and move around some of these pieces so it's not as like matchy-matchy. I literally have a mouse, chat. What am I doing? So we're gonna kind of move all this around to create a little bit of texture.
Yep.
And then I am going to do a blend between these two pieces, which is gonna be crazy. Like this is gonna look so wild. So we're gonna select both of these, and then we're going to go to Object, we're going to go to Blend, and then we're going to go to Make.
Oh.
Okay, it got a little too crazy, but if I pull this here, okay.
Yeah, like spread it out a little. Or you could reduce the number of steps, maybe.
Yep, and I think what I might do too is put a stroke on one of them. So if you can, there we go. Just this bottom one, switch it to be a stroke. Oops. And then it should, when we make this blend.
Yeah. Make it a little bit more.
I'm not mad about this actually.
That's better for sure.
Yep, because then I think that I can get, and I think I can do less steps.
Yeah.
I think you're totally right. But this will give me a nice texture to work with. And let's take this down. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yep, and then we can kind of put stuff in there in the middle. Maybe do some imagery. Actually, I'm just gonna grab like a piece of this and put it down here.
Yeah, to like visually balance it just a little bit.
Yep. Okay. Not mad about this.
Looks great.
Looks great to me. So we're gonna bring this over here. And then what I wanna do is start getting like some imagery going. And I'm actually gonna stretch this, chat, don't hate me.
Nope, you gotta do it.
You gotta do it sometimes.
You gotta play with type sometimes. Break the rules.
Oh, yes, yes. We are kindred hearts in that.
I get it.
Yes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, chat, is I'm just going to copy this from Illustrator and we're gonna bring it over to Photoshop, which is where we'll be working for most of the time here. And I'm going to paste this in.
Smart object, always.
Boom. And now I have like this crazy pattern. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to like mask different things into this type so it won't just be black. So I'm gonna start using imagery and we're gonna go to Adobe Stock.
Deb says cringing, which I'm gonna take to mean as a positive thing. Because
Yes.
if Deb has seen this movie, that's exactly what you're doing when you're watching this movie.
I agree. It is.
So it's having its desired effect already.
And what I might,
What are we thinking?
I kind of want to do Bad Firefly, like for some of this. To have, like, I think that like fits. So it is like a lot of weird body stuff happening. And so I think that I want to use Firefly and see if I can get like hands with 6 fingers.
Like
and,
a creepy effect.
Yeah, like the thing that Firefly sometimes does wrong.
Yeah, lean in.
Yeah, even like generative fill. So let's see what happens here. We're gonna use our selection brush tool. And then I'm going to try to put just here. Yeah, about there looks good. And let's do like generative fill.
It's kind of shaped like a person.
And let's do like woman posing with hands. And then let's do like soft light. Let's do
Yellow coat.
what?
Yellow coat.
Yes. Eyes.
Eyes.
I don't know. Maybe it's gonna give us more extra eyes. And then let's do like faces.
Wait, I just realized you're wearing a yellow sweater, just like Demi Moore.
Yes, it's me.
It's you.
It's me.
You're the substance.
Oh my goodness, I am the substance. Faces with more teeth. Let's see what happens, chat.
It's gonna like try to make something really pretty, but it's gonna.
Yes, and I just want it to be a little bit off. It also is probably gonna play around with the type in the background because we're using generative fill. So let's see what happens here. I want it to be like a weird broken AI image. Oh, I'm actually not mad about that.
The post substance.
Yep, okay.
There's something uncanny about the.
Yeah, the face here is really good. Like it's very uncanny. So we're gonna go to generate similar over here and see if we can get something a little closer. And I am going to like go in and I think that I can get a weird effect by like going over. Okay, great. That we're missing fingers and stuff.
Perfect.
I'm obsessed. Okay, good. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of like zoom in here and then do selections on like pieces of the face and see if we can get it looking just a little bit more wonky. So let's go here and then let's do
more
like,
generative.
eye with long lashes. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna replace and be like pretty similar, but it's gonna be like just a little bit different from that other eye.
Which will begin to have a pretty.
Yes.
Substantive effect.
Yes, and we're definitely doing, okay, that's a little bit too much.
Oh.
Those are a little bit too, I want it to be like a little closer. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Let's work on the rest and getting like the pieces in. But what I'm gonna do is just try to mask, what did I do?
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't understand where that.
Did I quick mask? Oh, I went into quick mask mode.
Oh.
Huh. I've never seen it like in that way. Okay, the Photoshop is just going different. There we go. So this is what I want, is to have it like in that type. Oh.
That's a pretty cool effect.
Where is it masking?
Where is that selection coming from?
Yeah, okay, let's select subject here. So we're gonna select, I think that it's because I made a broad selection.
Yep, so she's like within that broad selection that you made.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there we go. We selected the subject, and now I'm going to just mask her out. So we can invert that selection, and then we're going to brush out using masking on the other side. And we are just going to, boom, black this out. Cool.
So Stan, I'm apologize if I'm not saying your name correctly, says, I love photos where at first it looks great and then you really look and everything goes wrong. And I feel like that's kind of the effect that we're trying for here.
That is very much the effect we're trying for. I also want to have more at the bottom here, I think. So I'm gonna kind of pull this
to
there.
Give the mask more.
Yeah, I want to give it a little more to work with.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, cool. So now we're going to delete this mask, and we're just going to pull in here. And I do this a lot with type, especially. Okay,
that's better. Yeah, now you can read the substance a little bit better down beneath her too.
Yep. Okay, cool. So it is on like the backdrop of LA, but it's like, they filmed in Paris? They filmed in...
I don't know where they filmed it.
Where did they film? They filmed not in LA.
Yeah.
And the director basically was like, oh yeah, we can just like show shots of palm trees and people think it's LA.
Which is, I totally did.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to... Yeah, this is fine. Okay, let's do this. Let's go ahead and get like an LA vibe in the background. And I think that we're gonna use Firefly for a lot of this to get that uncanny kind of like...
Yeah, if you generate kind of a palm tree LA vibe.
Yes.
I think it'll be close, but enough to also look kind of off.
Yes. So I'm gonna do palm trees on blue sky. Oh, let me move this so that we're able to see it. Where we go? We're a pin bar position. So palm trees on blue sky, and then let's do like hair eye. I just want to throw in things that like might make it a little bit weirder. And then let's do Los Angeles.
Let's see.
Oh, and it might consider everything that's already on there. I may need to do this on a different layer, but let's see what happens. It might be a cool effect.
Oh.
Ooh.
The hair.
I'm not mad about that as a background. Okay, that is probably closer to what I want.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and pull this back. And we'll put it here as a background. I do want this to actually be like there.
Yeah.
And then I'll kind of just...
You could expand it too.
Yep. I think that that's what I want to do. So let's go here, and then let's generative expand out these pieces. Boom, 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 boom.
So we've got some people who have just arrived to the chat. Could you maybe do like a really brief if you're just joining us? Because I could see how you pop in and it's a little confusing what's going on.
So we are creating a fan movie poster for my favorite film of this season, which is The Substance. And it is a very like, it's a horror movie that also is like commentary on beauty and stuff. So it's
entertainment industry.
Yes. Yep. Think of like Clones Gone Wrong. And so we're playing around with a poster that could have that kind of vibe. What I also want to do is I kind of want to put a gradient map over this. So something in like the promo and in the movie is everything's like got this like neon green hue to it.
Yep.
And so I want to find that. And when you're working like this and you have like a concept, but you want to pull it all together, I love using gradient maps. So that's what we're going to do is we are going to kind of crush this down with a gradient map. And you can already see it looks crazy.
Scary.
But what gradient maps do is it basically takes values, so it makes the darks darker and then the lights lighter or a certain color. And so we can go and make it this kind of like neon green.
Yep. Oh, that's great.
It's a little more yellow maybe. Yeah, it's probably a little more yellow, but not quite yellow.
Yeah.
It's like just on the verge. That's probably it, right?
Yep.
Nah, it's a little more chartreuse. We want a chartreuse, chat. Not quite brat, but okay, cool. So I like that.
Not brat, but substance.
Yeah, not brat, but substance. So what I can do is I start doing like colors that are getting a little bit darker each time. And you can see this is like really getting into the substance look. And I can play around with even throwing in like a wild card color.
Yeah.
So we get that like cool, just like crazy effect. Okay, and this needs to be our darkest color.
Yeah. I wasn't too sure about the purple and green, but I think it works.
I think it works too. I think it's a little too much purple.
Yeah.
And so I might throw in a red here. Let's see if that looks crazy. See, the problem is that it's pulling like the whole background to that color.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of overpowering it.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like the green should be more dominant than the purple.
I very much agree. Okay. So
I did like the red though too. Red is, you know, that's a color that's in the movie.
Okay. Oh, that's true. That's very true, actually. I'm not mad about the red. You're right. Okay. So let's do this. And then let's do like a red here.
Yeah.
And then we just need to adjust the values a little bit. Let's pull these a little bit tighter. I think that that works. I think
Yeah.
that could work.
She's giving alphabet just a little bit.
Oh, she is. She is giving some alphabet. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It's working.
We can deal with that.
Oh, and we've got someone else saying it's giving the movie Mask, which, well,
yes.
We've got a lot of green characters in popular culture.
You're right.
It's giving Flubber. It's
got
giving the mask. It's giving Alphaba.
The Mask. Oh, chat.
Okay, nominee for Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Director, and Best Actress.
Yes.
That's insane.
Demi Moore.
Thank you
We
for
want
dropping
it.
that in, Robert, for keeping us informed. And Marcy says, not seen the movie, read the synopsis, and whoa, it sounds super creepy.
Yes, it's very, very intense. So what we're gonna do is, and say this is getting very alien. Yeah, yes, it's like clone gone wrong. What I do want to do is I love the red that's happening in the background, but I want to mask the type into it so that we have some that's like regular LA and then some has that like kind of bloodiness. And let's actually do, spoiler alert, there's blood. I'm actually gonna do a different effect here, and I'm gonna do like a ghost effect on this. This poster's gonna be so crazy, chat.
If you think it's crazy now, guess what?
Yeah.
It's getting crazier.
Yeah. If it's okay, chat, this is gonna be, it's my favorite when I get to do streams like this that aren't focused on like a tool or something we're launching, because I get to get like into a fun workflow and it always gets completely off the rails, which is what we're happening today.
Scott says the stubby or cut off ring finger from AI is morbid.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
There
is we'll give you some, there is a finger situation that happens in the film as well.
Yes, there is.
All right, so this one, I want something that's a little bit thicker. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it at the top, and then we are going to do a path blur that blurs it down and like almost like melts it a little bit.
Cool.
So let's go ahead, and I want to find, and chat, we love Adobe Fonts. I love just searching in Illustrator. It just like feels so much easier to me to search directly in Illustrator because you can see the previews.
I love the previews. You can see it in context within whatever artboard you're working on.
Yes. Okay, I think this is where I want to go.
Yeah, that's a good substance font.
I do want it to be thinner, and chat, this is going to be a little pro tip for you. If you want type to be thinner, all you need to do is come over here, and you are going to go to your appearance panel. We're going to go to effects, and we're going to go to path and offset path. And you might have used offset path before, but not in the appearance panel. Always use it in the appearance panel, because then I can come in and you'll see that you can do it on individual pieces of type. I need to increase my meter limit. Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not mad about how it cut out that way.
Yeah. It gives it kind of like a stenciled.
Yeah, I need it actually to be thicker for the effect I'm doing. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so we want this to be a bit thicker. I am going to copy and paste this into Illustrator. And you're saying, Andrew, why don't you just like do this in Photoshop? Because. Okay.
Give Illustrator some love.
Yeah. All right, it's already looking pretty crazy, but like in a fun way. And it's looking a little too morbid right now. It's looking like a little too
It's giving the end of the
bloody,
movie.
but we don't want that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Here we go. We'll go back here, chat. Now we're looking a little more surreal, which is where we want to be. Okay.
It would be kind of cool to just like, you could have like a progression of posters. Like that could work as a series.
Oh yeah, like you have a couple like different
Because
versions.
I really liked the red, and I think that it was totally working as someone who's seen the movie.
It will make a comeback.
So
all right,
just putting that out there.
So we're gonna rasterize this vector shape, and then I'm gonna use a tool. If you haven't used it before, it's underneath the dodge and burn tool called the sponge tool. And oh wait, that's not the tool I want. I want to use the smudge tool is the one that I want, which is right here. There we go. I knew it was hiding. Underneath the blur and sharpen tool is the smudge tool. And we're gonna use the smudge tool to just make it super, super big and then just kind of start smudging this down.
Thinking?
Oh, it's really thinking. Oh no, did I click too many times?
Our
this is a very large document as well.
Our computers have been thinking a lot this morning.
Our computers have been thinking a lot this morning.
Okay, but I'm liking where it's going.
Yes, and hello, our friends from Brazil.
What's up,
oh,
Clever?
Big hugs to our friends in Brazil. What's happening in design in Brazil?
Yeah, let us know what's up. How's it going?
No. Oh, chat. I don't want it to happen. I clicked.
I know, just don't touch
It's gonna get it.
anything.
It'll get there.
It'll get
okay,
there.
so while we do this, let's
we
take a look. Did we do it? Okay, we
You're
did it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is not any more of that. I did click a lot. Okay, let's look at the schedule for what's coming up because we do have some very special streams, especially I'll be back at the end of the day with some free templates for you for Valentine's Day.
Ooh,
it's coming up.
Okay.
If you don't have a Valentine, I'm gonna help you out. So coming up right after this, we have our friend Arabela is gonna be joining us with some photo editing. And then Cory, you're taking over. What are you doing on your stream?
I am gonna do so in the spirit of the new year, in the spirit of January of 2025, of staying organized. We're gonna be looking at some tips and tricks for Illustrator. I'm gonna be building a calendar for 2025 in Illustrator. It's gonna be a typographic calendar. We're also gonna be playing around with some Adobe Fonts. We're gonna be potentially doing a little blend tool. We're gonna be just like playing around, trying to come up with some cool thematic themes for the calendar, possibly for each month. And for me, the idea is to create something that then I can like gift out to people.
Okay.
It's a little late because we're also kind of partly through January already, but we're gonna be getting organized. Oh, and how could I forget? We're also gonna be using Creative Cloud libraries.
Oh, love libraries.
To stay organized.
All right, let's hop back over into Illustrator while that renders in Photoshop. And we are going to play around with, I kind of want to see what happens when I blend an image. So this is gonna get kind of wild for a second.
Okay, can't wait. Could you blend the text into an image? Like, is that possible?
Let's try it.
Do that?
So I'm going to just take a screenshot real quick, which I think is Command-Shift 4? Chat? Yes, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just grab a screenshot of this real quick and then bring it back over into Illustrator. Let's go ahead and just, should put that on the desktop.
Yep.
There we go, cool. So let's see what happens if we take this and we do an image trace on it. So we're gonna image trace, we're gonna do it to 6 colors, why not? Okay.
Great.
Not mad about it, actually. And then what we're gonna do is I am going to outline this. We're gonna go to expand. I am gonna get rid of the blue because I'm not crazy about it. So what we can do is we can just select the blue right here and then go to select same fill color. And then we'll delete all of that.
Nice.
Looks good. We'll do the same thing over here. And I'm actually very interested to see what happens in the middle of these two, and that might be what I use for like part of the poster if we have to completely rebuild it because Photoshop crashes. We're working on contingencies here, chat.
We're praying that that doesn't happen.
Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll put these kind of far apart,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna grab both of them and let's create a blend.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of cool. Okay, let's do less steps and then maybe grab the step that's in the middle. So we're gonna go to blend options, we're gonna do specified steps, and we are gonna do less blends.
You know, it would be really cool to like have 2 different versions of the girly blending into one another.
Oh, yes.
Like, I don't know if that's something we could do.
Possibly if we get Photoshop back.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still thinking, that's fine. Okay, so I wanna grab this like middle piece right here. So let's go to Object Expand, and we will expand it. And now I just wanna get this middle piece, and that is gonna be like a blending mode over our poster. Oh, chat, did I break Photoshop?
Do we think we need to maybe just force quit it?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so let's do this, chat. We are going to...
The substance was too powerful.
It was too powerful. Much too powerful. Okay, so chat, what we're gonna do, oops, Command Option Shift 4, 3?
4. For
screenshot?
Command Option Shift. Where are we?
Wait, are we back?
We're back.
We're back, chat. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Let's sip and save. Chat, if you have a drink, if you have water, we need to stay hydrated. Go ahead and take a little sip, and we are gonna save our document. Love a good sip and save.
Now I'm just trying to remember what the shortcut is for screenshotting.
All right, we're good, chat. Let's go ahead and overlay this like craziness. I bricked Photoshop by adding too much. Let's add more.
So we saved it, so it's
we saved. We're good. Okay, obsessed already with like how wonky this is looking, and then we're going to change it to a blending mode. So we're gonna go and do. I think I want to do like color burn.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what happens if I go here.
It's already giving a really good effect to her face.
It is. Okay, I think I like pin light because it's giving something like, it's just giving a little bit less. And then what I want to do is I want noise over the whole thing to just like chill it out a little bit and like bring it together. So the way to do noise, chat, if you've never done this, here is a little tip. You never want to add noise directly on an image. You always want to add a layer that creates noise. So we're going to create a new layer by going to Control-Shift-N. It's going to create a new layer. We're going to name this noise. We are going to change the blending mode to overlay. And then we are going to fill with overlay neutral color, which is 50% gray.
Amazing.
What that does is it's going to make a layer that is blank, but it's augmenting the layer below it. It's making it darker if the it's making it darker if the value is over 50% and lighter if the value is under 50%.
Gotcha.
So making it exactly 50% gray, as you can see here, it's not going to show anything.
Nothing.
But when we go to filter, noise, and add noise, it starts to vary those.
Yep.
So now it's not just a 50% black, it's giving us a little bit more. So if I pump this all the way up, you'll see that we start to get some nice noise texture in there. And let's go ahead and zoom in so we can see that a little better. So see that nice noise that we're getting in there?
Yep, totally.
It's because we're getting like a variance on the black and white. So love the noise here, love how gritty it is. I am gonna blur it out just a little bit. I like a blurry noise.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you did a noise too. I always add noise to my posters in particular, because it, like you said, it just kind of evens everything out.
Yep.
Blends the colors nicely, even if it's so subtle.
Yeah. Okay, so already looking good. What we're gonna do now is we're just gonna turn back on that, the gradient map, and you can see that it's like starting to pull back in.
Yeah,
so,
I missed that green.
Right?
I missed the green.
It's already going somewhere. I need to do something with this.
It's
okay,
scary.
chat, we're gonna do it. So we're gonna select this, we're gonna go to window, or we're gonna go to filter, we're gonna go to blur, and we're going to go to, let's just do path blur. So let's go to blur gallery, let's go to path blur. And you can see already, because we have that gradient map, it's gonna give us like, you can see up here, look at how great that type looks, right?
Yeah.
By just creating that little piece. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some pins here, and then we are going to kind of create this blur. And oops. Okay, updating. Go, 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 updating, 83%. Okay, so we can change the speed and it's gonna give us more. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. So using a path blur is going to kind of stretch your type along that path. You can get some really cool effects like this one that we have created here by just taking that type, adding a gradient map, and the gradient map is basically hitting the kind of grays that are happening in the type.
That really like emphasizes the motion too.
Yep, 100%. I don't love what's happening at the top of this, so I'm actually just gonna paint it out.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's better.
Right?
It was a little distracting.
Okay. Honestly, we can get rid of that piece too.
Yeah.
Okay. Not mad. I think that we definitely are getting like the red is helping. It's not as like crazy bloody.
Looks great.
It does look good. I'm not crazy about the full background being red. Chat, what are your thoughts on the background? Do we try to take it back to a blue and then leave maybe the like trees and the person in like the what do you think?
Yeah, I think incorporating the blue a little bit because like I said, this is giving, it doesn't feel like it's giving the full picture of the movie.
It's very
because
true.
we have so many scenes set in LA and the bright LA sunshine and on those blue skies, I feel like it's important to incorporate it.
Cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here and we're gonna go back to our layer that has the palm trees, and I'm just gonna merge those down in the background, and we'll go to select sky. And if you haven't used that, you can select a subject or you can select the sky, you can select a color range. There's a lot of selections you can do. So we're gonna select the sky, which is going to give us the selection of that sky, and then come back up to our gradient map, which is right here. And we can just paint in with black so that the sky will come back to us. And we'll paint our subject back in after this. So let's paint the background of that nice blue sky in.
Wow, that's wild that we've got some parts that stick.
Ooh, that's very interesting. And so then let's grab her and then paint the effect back in over her on the mask, which is just going to white, and then painting that mask back in. I like what it did over here.
Yeah, me too. That was kind of like a nice little surprise.
Yep, and I am gonna grab this type and then paint it back in on the type.
Yep.
And actually, let's feather that a little bit, chat. We can go to here and we can go to expand selection, and I'm gonna expand it by like 20 pixels. And that's just gonna give us a little bit of that extra color on the type.
Yeah, that we got from that nice blur effect in the gradient map.
Yep. Let's go to 50 there. There we go. That's what I want.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That looks good to me. Chat, hopefully you agree and like it. Okay. I definitely like the color a lot more. I almost want to see it in black and white, but like keep the type in color and then crush the rest to black and white.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's see what happens.
I think too, it would be cool to add in some smaller typography, whether it's like credits or something.
Oh, yeah.
That'll help to like balance it out a little bit.
Thank you. Yes. Let's see, August sans chapeau? What does that mean?
Sans chapeau. I don't know.
Let's go ahead and I'm gonna do a threshold here just because I need to see what it looks like. Not mad about it.
It looks great. Oh, yeah. I do really like what it's doing to her face, and especially in the black and white because it distorts it in a way.
Yeah.
That you don't quite get that same fragmentation when you have all the colors.
I agree. So what I can do is, chat, we're going to put this in a group, and then I am going to do another threshold. Let's do this, chat. So if you ever like how something looks and I want to use this for like a piece of something, the hotkey is Command Option Shift E, And that's going to like merge down your document to give you like a version of what it looks like right now.
Okay,
so you don't have to like mess with things. And now I can use this, and I do want to use this as a color burn, but we're gonna change the color of this so it's not black and see what happens. So we'll go here, we'll go to blending options, and then we will go to color overlay. Oh, what's going on there? Okay. Let's do...
Felicia says they love the black and white the best.
I kind of agree.
I do too.
So I'm gonna select a color range here, and then that is going to give us just the dark parts of this.
God, I really like each version a lot.
I know. It like each time it just has like a new life to it.
I know, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of like, that's why I'm almost thinking the series thing. So you could really like hit. I kind of want just a version of every single one.
Okay, and what do I want to do here is I want to, okay, let's do this. All right, so we got this, and if you have something in black and white, you can come to your channels and then just select the RGB channel, and it's going to make a selection of like all of the active area. And so I'm just going to make a new layer here, and we're gonna paint this in with that green.
Cool. Jose, what's up? Jose, thanks for joining us. If you couldn't tell, we're making a poster for The Substance, Andrew's movie of 2024, which was also just nominated for like so many awards.
So many awards, every award.
Oh, I like that too. Okay.
Chat, every time we do something, it's getting a little more fun and a little better. So I want to see what happens if we do this and like color burn this down. See, I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
I
don't, well.
I'm not loving it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not in love. Let's see if we do it this way. I'm not gonna like this either. Okay. Don't love that.
I don't like when her skin, like I don't mind that.
I'm not mad about that either. And I do think that adding credits is gonna like give it another like
it'll balance
life. Yeah.
It'll make it feel more like a poster.
All right, maybe we're going this like black and white look. Let's go ahead and put some like crunchy paper texture over it.
Okay.
That's like the designers.
I know.
Let me fix this. Let's just crunchy paper.
Good noise and crunchy paper.
Yes, 100%.
Which, I mean, it works like 95% of the time.
And chat, if you don't know this, you can go to stock.adobe.com/free.
Free.
And then it's
free.
only free stuff. So let's do like wrinkled paper. Did I spell it right? Paper wrinkled.
You forgot the L.
Oh, thank you.
Wrinkled paper.
All right, I like this one. Let's go ahead and license that. It is going to download it for me.
Amazing. I feel like that kind of like painted on poster look too fits the LA Substance vibe really well.
Yeah, you're right. It's very LA. So let's go ahead and just drop this in there. It's gonna think about it. There we go. And let's blow this up. And then I'm gonna do the same thing that I am going to actually, let's go ahead and, what do I want to do? Multiply this on there? And then increase the threshold. So let's go here. Let's go to threshold. Okay, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Threshold there, and then see as we bring this down, we can start to get a little more of that like cracked texture.
Yeah.
Okay, into it. Let's go ahead and put some credits on there. Let's see. Okay, let's do, we're gonna go to Illustrator again. I love working with type in Illustrator and then bringing it over to Photoshop.
Yeah. You have more control. I personally know all the keyboard shortcuts, and I just shortcuts in general in Illustrator a little bit better.
Yes.
And then plus you can bring it over as a smart object, make edits a little bit more freely. It just adds an extra layer of control.
Yes.
It will change your life.
It will change your life. Okay, let's see. Okay, pulling this down, looks good.
This font is perfect for it too.
It is. I actually want this to go the opposite way. So let's go ahead. What's our space look like? I think I want change. This might be too wide. Let's see what happens.
I feel like...
Oh, we also want it to be Chat, okay, here's what we're doing, chat. I'm gonna do it right. Everyone calm down. All right, there we go. Ooh, I'm not mad about white getting incorporated in here.
Oh.
Okay, perfect. Auto select layer, there we go. Okay, we do need it on 3 lines. So let's go here.
The benefits of working in Photoshop is then you can, one word, yeah. Oh, that's kind of nice. And it sort of like mimics the shape of her head.
Yep.
That fits perfectly, actually.
Okay, this is great. Oh yeah, that fits totally perfectly. It will change your life. And then...
Wow, yep. The slogan was necessary.
I think it needed, yeah, it needed to be in there. I definitely am going to do another path blur on that to just get the same kind of effect that we have.
Yeah, it's too clean.
Let's go ahead and bring this down, down, down to our layer. And chat, we got about 10 minutes left here. It went away completely. Why did we lose that?
There's is it hiding
here.
behind the black? Yeah.
It's this guy. Threshold. Okay. Okay. What do I need to do?
Well, you've got all the big layers and you're like, what
yeah,
is
there's
it
a lot.
again?
There's a lot happening with these layers. Okay, that's fine. We can leave those there, and I will just bring this back up here. That's fine. All right. It will change your life. Let's go ahead and put our noise layer back up on top. And I actually might want this to be, there we go, a color burn just to give us more of that like rough edge. Okay, I want more text. What else can we put on here? I want like a lot more text. Let's do...
Like directed by, or let's see. That would be a good one to do a slight effect on.
Yes, and we're gonna do let's do a blur this down into, which is better, Illustrator or Photoshop? We're using both today, and I don't think that I could pick.
No, I couldn't pick. They're better for different things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I like doing my typography in Illustrator, and I like doing my effects and image play in Photoshop. That's me personally.
Okay, so we're gonna go, remember you are one. This is kind of a big theme in the film. And if you're just joining us, we're making a movie poster for my favorite film of the year, and that is The Substance. It's wild and crazy and the best. Ooh, maybe we run this as a footer. So let's do this actually. If you want to create like a torn paper look, I'm gonna create a couple copies of this.
Which is good. Wordplay. Remember you're one, but...
Oh. There we go. See, chat? We kind of have a plan. All right. We're going to go here. And then if you ever want to create a torn paper-like texture, you can actually do it with a brush pretty easily. So I'm just going to fill in this background here with this green color. Just brush that in.
Nice.
And then if I want to kind of tear that paper, I'm going to grab these layers and do like a type pattern. And then we put a mask on it, and we're going to grab a brush, and then we can change our brush settings up here. So I'm going to grab just like a little like textured brush, and you can change the shape dynamics to change the size jitter to give you that little rough edge. You can also change the minimum diameter so that it stays like pretty consistent. Change the angle jitter and then the roundness jitter, and it's gonna give you this like really rough edge. And so now when I come in here and try to brush in, you'll see it gives us that nice little torn edge.
Nice.
Right?
Yep.
So you can kind of play around and create this like newspapery torn edge. and then put just a shadow on it. Ooh, actually, this is looking, it's
Yeah,
like
that
reminding me
looks really
more and
nice.
more of like a Kesha album.
Yeah.
But like, I'm into it.
It's like early 2000s.
Yeah, 100%. And from there, I am gonna put a gradient map just on here because I want it to be black and green. Actually,
Huh?
I'm not mad about black and white.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Okay, we are gonna put a blending options. We are gonna do an outer glow on this, just to give it a little bit of a shadow. We probably won't be able to see it too much, but I do. Oh yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, that adds just the right amount of depth to it.
Yep. And I do want to crush this black down just a little bit because we're getting too much variation there. Yes, okay, just a little bit of gray. Actually, let's do a lighter gray and then take the black that we have on our art, which is right here. And this is gonna go just a little bit lighter. So we're going to go to here, I'm gonna go to exposure. So go to brightness contrast. And taking the brightness up just a little bit is going to show us a little bit more of the black that we have on there is gonna turn into like a little bit more of a gray. If we can get it to, let's try curve, see if we can get it. All right, that's fine. Then I'll just crush down the other one. Gradient map here. Crush that down a little bit more. Okay, looks good, looks good. Zoom out.
Looks amazing.
I'm not mad about it. I'm definitely not mad about it. Let's pull this down just a little bit.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it.
It's not at all where I thought we were going,
Yeah.
but that's the beautiful surprise.
It definitely has like gone into a zone that I think is really interesting.
Yep.
I am going to grab all of our type here. Yep. And we're just gonna make a copy. And then I am going to real quick do a filter, blur gallery. We are going to do a path blur and we are going to give it that nice little path blur. Let's see.
I've never used a path blur before.
Oh, it's
And
great.
Like this is, yep, adjusting that speed.
And then the taper is going to like pull it down. So it kind of like, there we go, pull. All right, so it just gives you that nice little like pull, and then it's actually gonna grab a lot of the noise that we have on it as well once it blurs all of that out. Magic, magic.
Photoshop magic.
Come on, Photoshop magic.
You got this.
So if you're watching, someone says bringing back a red lip. Ooh, that could be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
All right, let's.
Can we do it really fast? Whoa, that's wild.
Oh, we can do it so fast.
We just got a couple minutes left.
We're golden, chat. We're golden. We're golden.
I love when the chat suggests things. Keep them coming. We got a day full of live streams here today, so I'm glad. I hope you all stick around. Keep those suggestions coming. Oh, there's our schedule. Really quick, making movie posters, 10 o'clock, Power of Masking, Retouching. Arabela is coming in and being hosted by Andrew right next to me. And then I will be doing a typographic calendar at 11. And at 12, let's see, I'm hosting Andrew again? Yeah.
Yes, I'll be back.
Pre-printable templates, love that. For
I'll be
Valentine's
back
Day.
again.
Okay, amazing.
All right, so here is
Perfect.
our crazy poster.
Absolutely deranged.
For the substance that we created right here. There we go, that's what I want.
Yeah, that's
So created for the substance. Big fans, love it. If you want to stick around, there's more great content coming up right here on Adobe Live. We'll see you in just a few minutes with more fun. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you for hanging out with us. See you
Bye.
very soon.
We're going to be creating social media for an event. Open up firefly.adobe.com and then take your little phalanges and you're just going to go. So this is going to act as our prompt and our guide. This is like a nutrition conference,
Yep.
like nutrition tech.
I also type gibberish, and I got a horse. I'm gonna be working
Look at
with
that
a horse.
horse. Look at that horse. Emily will be creating branding for an event based around this horse.
Yes.
I will be creating branding around the LKG Health and Tech Conference. And what's cool is we are actually using a shared document in Adobe Express, which means that we need to collaborate in real time. We're gonna go to media and let's do text to image here. We're gonna use Firefly Firefly technology to generate something. Glowing with lines of code, technology, and then futuristic. Wait, this is so perfect. And let's go ahead and put some type in here as well.
Maybe my horse is sending me cards from vacation, so I'm gonna go like wish you were here.
So grab your image, and then you're going to duplicate it, remove background. Then you are going to drag that horse layer above your text.
Yes.
And so now you can put the text behind the apple like this. I have good ideas, Emily.
I'm gonna give it an earring.
And so here we're just using generative fill in the most chaotic way possible. But we just selected the area and then said, hey, we want an earring here. So I'm gonna do some animations. There are some new animations here in Adobe Express. So I'm gonna have this kind of drift in. Yeah. So we're gonna loop and we're going to go to Bob right here. I'm gonna use generative fill and we are just going to generate that apple out of the background. I don't really want to see it when it's bobbing. Select the whole area where that apple would be. So we're gonna hit generate here. I'm gonna go to media, go to videos, and do maybe like blue glow. I changed the blending mode to screen.
Okay.
And when I hit play, it's going to create this really cool orb-like, ooh.
Wait, how did you do that?
The future.
Okay.
The power of Adobe Express.
That was insane. Adobe Express keeps offering me other recommended fonts, and each time I like it, so I've changed it like 10 times now.
So swap. All right. So swap. I am now working on Emily's document, and Emily is now working on my document. I just wanted to add a little bit of sparkle.
Thank you. My horse appreciates that. I needed that.
What you can do in Adobe Express is you can go to media, and then you can go to audio. I'm gonna do 90s and just see what happens. Voiceover. Here we go. This summer, bring your horse to the great wild wilderness. This summer, bring your horse to the great wild wilderness and join Barney at Horse Camp 2024. Perfect. Love it. At LKGCon, you can look kind of good. Nailed it. One take wonder. And then we will watch our final creation. At LKGCon, you can look kind of good. Have a banana. Eat an apple. And if you're vegan, have a carrot. See you in 2024. Perfect. Wow. What joy we brought to people who want to look kind of good. Obsessed. So thanks for joining us for the creative warm-up. Bye, everybody. We're going to be creating social media for an event. Open up firefly.adobe.com. We're back. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. I am Andrew Hochradel, and I'm here with the amazing, the talented, the beautiful Arabela. Hello.
Oh my gosh,
Hi.
that's so sweet.
Let us know who you are, what you do, what's your vibe?
So yeah, you got it. My name's Arabela Espinoza. I am one half of Weekend Creative. If you're unfamiliar, we are a commercial product photography duo. Sans Ellie.
Are you Saturday or Sunday if you're half of the Weekend Creative? Which
I am absolutely Saturday.
You're Saturday
Let's be
and
so
Ellie is
for
Sunday.
real right now.
I
She
think
is
that's right.
absolutely Sunday. I am Saturday. I'm the one partying. I leave for Argentina this Friday, you guys. Like, I am ready to vacation and have fun. So anyway, yeah, we do commercial product photography, but today's stream has nothing to do with product photography.
Ooh,
and
love a
that's
little
what's
twist.
really fun. It'll be more of like what I do on my own personal time, which is great.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, we are gonna get into Lightroom Classic and edit some of my street photography. I actually participated in an incredible creative photography course last year in October with a previous Adobe live streamer who was a guest. Her name is Teresa Freitas.
Love Teresa.
Love Teresa. She's amazing. We've been friends with her for a long time. Yes, please subscribe, you guys, to the Adobe Live YouTube channel so that you can tap in on all the amazing things that are happening on Adobe Live. But yeah, so I joined one of her incredible creative photography courses, and she traveled all the way from Portugal to San Francisco and hosted this workshop, this 3-day workshop.
Wow.
And we all just did a bunch of street photography, and it was like the most fun. The whole point was color in street photography. And so I think that was like our assignment, is just find color. And of course, what better place than San Francisco. So
And I think that it's interesting because your work has such a unique style, color style. And if you want to flip over to my screen, like you can see in your work, it is so like saturated and punchy and prominent, and like it just has this look in a lot of your work that I think is a lot of studio, right? It's very intentional. It's a lot of retouching, a lot of editing.
Yes.
And so I think it's going to be fun to see, right? We have all these colors on our screen here, but if we flip to your screen,
yes,
we see the raw, right?
the
we
real,
don't have the color.
You know.
It's going to be really cool to see how you pull colors out, how you develop and watch that process. And chat, if you're watching at home, you can do this as well. Grab a picture, open up Lightroom Classic, follow along with us. Or if you have a version, if you have a picture in your phone, you actually can use Lightroom Mobile.
Yes, I love Lightroom Mobile, you guys.
Yes.
This is where it's at. If you're taking like
Yes.
street or travel photos on your iPhone, which I'm gonna be doing that while I'm in Argentina, because why would I want to carry a really expensive, heavy camera? But yeah, you can right on the mobile app, like do all of this stuff. And all the new like AI tools on there too are incredible, with like the remove tool that has the generative AI checked on, and it's like so amazing. So definitely check it out.
Okay, so let's hop in. We're going to be doing lots of sliders, lots of different versions.
Yeah, so
I'm excited.
I think one of the things that I really love about street photography is just moments, right? Like you're like kind of finding the right like perfect storm situation or things that just like magically happen. Sometimes like with street photography, especially like on a bright, like sunny day, like that's my type of vibe. I love shadows. I love like dynamic lighting. And so one of the things to note just while you're out shooting, if you choose to do street photography, is definitely shoot like underexposed, right? Or like so that the darks, you can always bring up the darks, later in post. And actually you might even get like a really cool image once you see it edited, because, sometimes like you're capturing it and it looks maybe not super amazing, but that's why I fix it in post is the thing.
Right? Yeah, as long as you get the image and capture the moment. On my screen, I have some work of one of my favorite street photographers. I taught photography history for a while, and so I did, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
and so this is one of my favorites that we would teach about, and his name is Lee Friedlander, and he was a street photographer who would always try to hide himself in his photos. And so you see a lot of shadows, you see a lot of reflections of him. And what's really cool here is he would describe street photography as hunting. He's like, I'm not going out to take photos, I'm going out to hunt moments.
Yeah,
and
you almost have to like run after. You're like the predator, the people are your prey. Like
Yes.
it's what the moments are the prey.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
So, chat, if you want to look at some more, look at Lee Friedlander.
Also, Vivian Meyer is a great
yes.
example
Oh.
of another street photographer who big inspiration.
Yes,
Big
great
inspiration.
documentary on YouTube if you haven't seen it. It's called
Yes.
Finding Vivian Meyer. It's amazing, incredible story. So go watch that as well. Lots of homework for you to do. And if you want to join my class, I got some content for you.
So fun.
Okay,
I love that. I love that
and by
I'm
that-
barely finding out about this during the
By
stream.
that I mean let's travel back in time to when I was teaching that course. But I do have stuff.
Teach it again. I'll be your student.
Okay, cool. All right, let's hop over
So let's
into
do it.
Lightroom.
So what I'm looking for, again, like I've done a lot of the work really is in shooting, but now in post, right, I've taken so many photos. I am that girl that's like click, 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 you know, doing the most. So, you know, now it's really just about doing like a really quick pass and seeing what stands out. So I like to kind of go through my images, and one of the things that I love to do is give them a color label, and doing the shortcut keys, like either 6, 7, 8, or 9, I believe, are like the colors. So let's say I'm gonna make, you know, my favorites blue. So then in that case, I believe that is 9. So perfect. So I don't want that one, but let's just kind of sift through. And I'm just being very like quick. So I like this one. And sometimes I like to just see if I can find stories, right? Color stories. So, you know, okay, I see like reds and like blues. Do you see how there's like a little blue in her bag over here?
Yep.
And then we go over to this one, and there's a little blue moment right here. Like, it's so cute. So, like, you know, kind of taking note of those things and, like, seeing if you can find stories, right? Like, there's, like, all this. And usually that works really well if you're shooting in kind of the same scenes.
Yep.
Love
You
this
did
shot.
just remove on the last one.
Which one?
That shot, I think you removed the blue label.
Oh, did I remove it?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I just
You're
want
so
to,
smart.
that is like, that to me feels like the quintessential, like, it's got the angles, it's got the color, so I want to make sure we didn't miss it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
yes, of
you.
course.
No, I appreciate it. So let's keep on going. I love this girl with her little backpack. Oh.
This always reminds me of like a vision test when you're going through that it's like, all right, 1 or 2. Okay, 1 or 2,
Yes.
2 or 3.
Exactly. Like, ooh, okay. So like, I love this like walking shot. So I'm going to save that one. Ooh, I love the lighting in here. Maybe this one. So just, I think the key thing here, ooh, that's a fun one. Or, ooh, So it's just kind of like sifting back, maybe this one.
I love a person in shadow, yeah.
Yeah, and like, just like fun stuff. Ooh, I kind of just love that
Ooh,
one. Just
I love
'cause
the
it's so
color.
vibey.
I want her to have like a big red purse, like.
Right? Oh my
yes.
gosh. Ooh, okay, see how I'm seeing another
Ooh.
story already? Like,
Yep.
see how there's this and this? So I'm like, definitely gonna keep that one. Ooh, another story. Do you see the like blue and the like pink?
Yep.
From the previous? Another story right there. So
that's
that's,
so interesting.
it's just like seeing like how you can build little, what is it called? Like triptychs, or like, you know, like
Yeah.
where you can put together images that go together.
Yep,
Like,
and almost create like a
even
photo
this
story
one,
out of
too.
it, yeah.
So yeah, and of course we went into Chinatown, which I feel like because Chinese New Year's coming up too, I was like, let's do these photos as well because they're amazing. By the way, if you ever want to just explore Chinatown in San Francisco, that is like prime for like street photography. You'll just find like so much cool stuff.
What I love about street photography too, and as you're sorting through your photos, chat, if you're out and taking photos in the streets, is something that a director, and I think that it was Quentin Tarantino that said it, is he talks about when he's writing and filming that you want to enter a scene late and leave early. And I think that's so interesting that like, you want to tell a piece of the story and you want it to feel like I missed something and I'm going to miss something, but I'm getting this moment here. And so as we're looking through these photos, I'm seeing that like when we were looking back and forth between the two women, that like the one of her walking just out of frame was better than the one where she was in the frame.
Exactly.
Because we were just about to like miss something and it makes us want to know more.
Exactly. Oh, so good. There's just like so many little moments here. And just like actions, like even like I'm already seeing a story of like the green and the red. Like this is such a strong, moment here. And like just finding all of those. Ooh, I like the like primary colors here too.
Yep.
Ooh.
And I literally was gonna say almost cropping in on that, and then the next shot was cropped
Maybe
in.
I'll crop
Yeah.
in on this one because I like the yellow peeking in. Ooh, there's just so much. I mean, truly. But yeah, I'm just trying to. Ooh, look at the primary colors right there too. So good. Ooh, primary right here too. Amazing.
Oh, the blue on the jeans, the red on the shoes, and the yellow on the
shirt.
ground. That's
Yeah,
so
it's amazing. So you're just like, so again, go out there, give yourself a challenge, like, color, or maybe it's just light, or maybe it's just like positioning. You know, give yourself a challenge, and I think that's where you can really like focus in and hone in on one thing.
Yep, and I love that you have such an eye for color that like even looking at some of these, like it's too dark or it's underexposed or like you don't see the like bright, vibrant color, but the way that you edit and the way that you're looking at the photos, you're thinking, what could it be? And so try to figure out what your story is, chat. And as you're editing, think like, okay, I'm going to do this treatment to these photos.
Yes.
So would this photo look good with that treatment?
With that, yeah. I'm already loving this. Do you see the pink, the yellow, and the orange? Pink, yellow, and orange. Like how incredible. And that's like a completely different place, you know? It's just so good. Okay, I think we're nearing the end here.
Oh, we're getting into some greens.
Ooh, I love this, even though it's just kind of like
well, it's
random.
primaries again. Like it's 100% primaries again.
Yes. Can you tell I love primary?
Right.
So good.
This is making me hungry.
I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Almost there. Beautiful. Ooh, do you guys see this?
The primaries again.
Oh, that's good.
Also
Once we're cropped in.
I love a good street photography of somebody looking straight down the barrel.
No,
like,
and you know what? You know, this was one of those moments where I had to hunt because he did not want to be photographed, and he like tried to hide, but then I like went around and I was like,
boom,
you know,
boom, boom,
and
boom.
just like sniper moment, just you know.
Public streets.
Public streets, baby. Okay, great. So now we can go over to this bottom section here, and if I click on blue, then all the photos that, oh, and I make sure that green is not selected. All these are the photos that I selected, so that's amazing. Like that keeps things organized. Now you can see kind of a little story happening here. Amazing. Ooh, yes, it's looking so good. Yeah, do you see how this like the greens,
The red, green.
the
Yeah, you
reds,
definitely have some stories here.
so good. And we'll tweak them even more to kind of really make the stories even like closer. Yeah, they're your photos. You can do whatever you want. I love using point color to kind of like tweak colors like a little more this way to kind of fit the story.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do that. So, okay, how do we start with this? Let's go ahead and just do a little auto moment with white balance. I don't even think it did anything. Oh, maybe a little bit. I think I'm just gonna make it a little warmer. And the first thing that I wanna do is also I'm gonna bring down the contrast a little bit. And then it's kind of a weird thing to do, but I'm gonna bring down the highlights because I want some of that detail to kind of show up a little bit. And then bring down the whites, and then I'm gonna bring up the shadows. Do you see how now this becomes like a way more dynamic image?
Yeah, and it gives it that like retro exposed film kind of look.
Exactly. So if we, like, wow, you know
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
And already it gives it like this like creamy, like kind of, I don't know, it brings it all in, you know?
If you click and hold on the image, what is it? If you click and hold, how do you go from the original
Yeah, how do you do that?
I'm gonna look. Chat, if you know, I know that there is, maybe it's holding space. Holding space bar.
I'm like
We're
trying
holding space
everything
for this
now.
photo. Okay, chat, I'm gonna Google it, I'll find it out, and then present it as if I knew. Okay.
Amazing. You guys are gonna teach me something too. Okay, so this is already looking fun. Let me bring up the exposure up a little bit.
/key.
/key. Oh.
Is it that
wait.
one? Oh.
Do I have to like click it too?
No.
No. Okay.
Top right. That one.
Like
Under delete.
Oh.
Yes, there we go.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so original. Oh, interesting.
No. I'm pretty sure that's not the original because I think I have a copy. So I made copies, you guys, because I was like, I have to make sure that this is all reset as far as. So it's probably taking the edits that I did before because I did already edit a lot of these photos.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna do a little reset so that you guys can see the before and after. I think I can just Command Z.
That's crazy.
Isn't that
how
crazy?
It like brings up the.
That is crazy.
Love it.
And now one of my favorite things to do is increase the vibrance, of course, because you know, I want things to look a little richer. And already that red kind of comes out like just so much. You see how that just really brings it out?
And what is the
love
difference
it.
between vibrance and saturation?
So vibrance, and someone can explain this probably better than I can, but vibrance just makes the colors, where saturation kind of also increases like brightness and contrast on almost like the lighting, which makes it like not look right. So do you see how then it just looks not good.
Yes.
So whereas Vibrance, I think it kind of just focuses on enriching the colors versus.
You're correct.
Was I correct?
Yeah, so
oh my God.
Vibrance selectively enhances only the less dominant or muted colors. Yeah, so if something is already saturated, it's not going to saturate it more when you use Vibrance. It only saturates the undersaturated colors.
Yes, yes. So I love this feature because it really just does bring it all out. Oh, and do you guys see this? This moment, the shadow here, her like covering her face, like, oh, it just looks so good. Okay, beautiful. So now I'm okay with kind of leaving things here for this one right now. But one of my favorite things to do, of course, is, do a little copy settings here. So that I can, if there's any other images in that set that works for that, then I can just apply and then make tweaks again. So again, not, making sure I don't, and I might crop this in a little bit more too, potentially, but I usually like to keep the transform and crop and the masking and lens blur and remove.
Just in case you've done some.
Just in case. Yeah. So then I can just kind of paste these settings onto this one. Okay, that looks crazy, but we will.
I love when you're like, all right, I got my style. And then you paste on another photo and you're like, nope, that's not it.
Nope.
And hello, Danish from Pakistan. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Amazing.
And thank you. Yes, Marcy said the / key. Thank you so much, Marcy, on YouTube.
Yes, thank
nice
you.
to see you. And chat,
I know.
if you're watching on YouTube, leave us a red heart. If you're watching on Behance, leave us a blue heart. And let us know where you are watching from.
Okay, do you guys see this? Like, that looks so good together now.
Yep.
Like, I'm amazed. Let's bring this crop in just a little bit.
And I almost wonder if you're doing like a triptych or a photo story with this, if you can match the sliver of his red jacket to the sliver of the red mailbox.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yes.
So see, mailbox is there. If you can like get the crop right to be in that same spot, it could be really interesting.
That could be really cool. I love that. But it's already like looking like it's part of the story,
Yep.
you know? And again, same, I just kind of do a little Command C and Command V. I can paste these settings onto this one as well. And there we go. We have a little bit. Ooh, look at that. And maybe I'll
Those colors are so rich.
It's so rich.
Well,
I love
and like
it.
the blue from the window with like the cream on the wall and then the red at the it is so pretty.
It is so good. I love it. That's amazing. And I think I kind of want to crop this a little bit.
And Oliver watching on both. Wow, overachieving.
Oh, amazing. Okay, beautiful. I think that looks really good right there.
Oh,
amazing.
Did you crop it to this center symmetry?
Yes, I did.
that like angle is so crazy because it makes it look like two separate photos.
Right? Like, okay, we're getting kind of like this like blue vibe over here and then the orange. Like it's almost like it's so perfect.
Oh, that's, yeah, it very much looks like two completely separate photos up next to each other.
Okay, well, let's keep on moving. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a different color story because I do want to show a little bit more of how we can use layer masks and point color to kind of really hone things in. So let's go ahead and do a little white balance auto. That looks way better. I'm gonna bring it down just a tad because we know that San Francisco isn't always super sunny, but this day actually was pretty sunny. So I'm gonna leave it there for now. And again, I'm gonna do the kind of same things that I did before, which seem kind of weird to do, but there's just something about it that like looks really good. So if I bring out down the highlights and the whites and then bring up the shadows, we just get like this like look to it. I don't know.
It very much is that like exposed film look. I like that.
Yeah. So let's go down actually just to the transform area because there's some odd things going on in here. So I'm gonna just give it a go with the auto and kind of see maybe level or vertical. Ooh, maybe that one's good too. I think I like auto the best, actually.
I love the angle.
Me too.
Coming in.
Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's bring it in though. Let's make this like really just like a headshot here. Or like, you know, maybe it's just
a like little bit of that cream.
Like a little bit of that cream. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Maybe even a little bit more, just so that we do have this like pinky cream. And I kind of like the awkward crop of it just being like her at the bottom, you know? Maybe something like that.
I'm not mad about it.
That's kind of fun. I'm not mad at it either. Let's bring the exposure up a little bit. I'm gonna actually bring back the contrast.
And because it is like that street photography moment, I like that it's right between the thirds of like, it's not quite in the center and it's not quite at the third, it's between those two. Like it's just a little bit off.
It's just a little quirky, a little odd, and we just love it. So I'm into it. So let's go ahead and kind of copy those settings again and see if they can work for our other images here. So let's paste that. Ooh,
that color is
okay,
nice.
okay. So let's tweak this a little bit so that it works better. So let's go ahead and increase the exposure. And what we can do is also, like if we're feeling like this is like too hot, we can always go into the layer mask, select objects. And what I like to do is just kind of select those areas that are feeling a little too hot, but I want to keep the brightness everywhere else. So I can select
is it
that.
gonna find the object for you of the building? Oh, and then makes a little selection for you.
Yes, and you guys, definitely, if you're like, I need to add more to my mask, sorry, just check the little plus box here at the bottom underneath that mask, and you can just do the same thing again. Select objects, and let's say I want to kind of select this like hot spot right here. It'll just kind of know to select it because it's kind of bright, you know?
Oh, that's interesting. Just to pull down hotspots a little bit.
Just to pull down hotspots if you want to just like, you know, just give it a, see, like it's perfect.
Oh.
Yeah, and I can do it again just for this little moment right here. And it'll all combine it into the same mask. There we go. And now we can bring down the highlights, bring down the exposure even. Look at that. Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think about doing that.
Yeah, so if we turn, and this little eye mask shows you what you just did. So there we go. Beautiful.
Oh wow, that evened it out really nicely.
And then of course, like I do want to kind of make the sky more of that blue that kind of will go with that. So let's go ahead and make another mask.
And
let's select a sky.
Oh yes, selecting sky, easy.
Easy. And then there we go. So now we can, let's kind of play around with the temperature here.
And Marcy B is saying you can pretty easily remove those power lines if you don't want them in Photoshop.
That's right.
That is a brand new feature. Yes, they just came to Lightroom and Photoshop.
So then what I can do is I can bring it over into Photoshop, do that, and then it'll spit it back into Lightroom.
Yep.
And there we go.
It's pretty awesome. So we might get to that.
We might get to that
once
a little
we get the colors and everything set.
Yes.
We may go in and do some.
Yes, good call. I'm glad you did that. Because,
great call out, Marcy. Thank you so
much. Then
much.
I can show that. So. Yeah, because we know that there's all kinds of power lines everywhere in the city. So, okay, amazing. So let's go ahead and go down to this little point color. Now we can just do is select that color, right? And now I'm gonna like work to make it a little bit closer to that like color that's from the
like teal on the window. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, maybe it might look a little odd. Who knows? We can also decrease the saturation too.
I love a good flat color sky. Like, I think people are like, ooh, sunsets and clouds. And I'm like, no, I want like the flattest color sky because it makes it so like illustrative. Like it looks like an art piece a little bit more.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here as well and give it a little auto moment. Okay, perfect, that looks good. I'm gonna bring this down just slightly. Okay, that looks good. And then now what I can also do is go back into here and feel like, okay, maybe I want like some of this blue to kind of go up or change and like lean more towards it. I mean, we can do all kinds of things, right? And also now I'm feeling like she needs to like kind of come out more. So maybe we can also do a mask on our subject here and hopefully it'll detect her. Perfect, there we go. So we can kind of increase exposure, have her come out just like a little bit, like almost like pop out. And there we go. Amazing. Okay. Beautiful. And then we can again go into point color and kind of tweak this blue if we want it to be like a little bit more of that.
Oh, a little punchy,
A little punchy. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, we can kind of like work things and like start to make them like go together. Okay, so now one other thing actually that I want to do with the sky, let me see if I can actually make it a little bit more saturated maybe. Maybe that's what I want. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, perfect. So I'm loving that. So let's go ahead and copy those settings again. And let's paste it on this one because actually I really think that this one could work with what I'm thinking. So let's see what we can do, so I'm gonna go ahead and, so I did the custom based on the previous photo. I'm gonna do an auto again. There we go, kind of fix it up. Maybe make it a little cooler.
Do you, once you have like a style that you like, do you always just copy and paste it to the next photo to at least have a baseline? Like you're not starting from scratch on every photo, right?
Yeah, especially like in stories, right? In like little groupings. When I start fresh, like a new story, then it's like from scratch. I think just because like I am not tied down to like a specific editing style. I think I get the editing style from the photo and like what I want to highlight or what I want to do. And I'm going to be honest too, I love my presets, you guys. Like I
love a good preset.
I am more about what I shot and like making it easy for myself when I'm retouching. Because of how many photos I take, I like don't have the time to like be sitting here with every single, you know, set of photos because I have a hard time whittling it down. So, you know, yeah. So I tend to do the little copy paste moment for, you know, these like stories here that I want to make work together.
And Val is saying, Arabella, you have such a good eye. I would not be able to flip between photos and match the vibes. I would have to have both of them visible, which you also can do. In Lightroom, you can put things side by side so you can see them. But if you got the eye, you got the eye.
If you got the eye, you got the eye, you know? But again, you guys, like you can train your eye.
Yep.
You can train it, you
and
know?
Oliver is saying, when I try auto, the result is either, oh wow, or oh God, no. And there's never middle ground. It is one of those two. Ooh, that crop makes it really nice.
Yes, okay, so now there's a couple things that I wanna do, right? So I want to make this sky more vibrant, right? And everything over here more vibrant. So maybe what I'll do is, let's do a sky mask here, and let's try and see if we can make it like saturated. So let's bring down the highlights. Oop, not too much. Okay. And let's see if we can get, it might be too, oh, yeah, maybe. Sometimes when the sky, if it's too light of a color, it might not pick it up because it'll think it's like kind of white or like, So, you know, sometimes you gotta try things. Okay, so let's go ahead and pump up that saturation if we can, bring that down a little bit. Maybe, yeah, I think we can keep it there. I think that's fine. Maybe we can also bring the saturation just a little bit. That feels more in line.
Yep.
Now what we can do is do a linear gradient.
Ooh.
So that it's just all of this over here. And let's like increase the contrast a little bit. Let's also increase the saturation just slightly.
And I think
that's kind of fun.
There are things that some people think that you have to put on like the whole photo. Like, oh, if I'm changing saturation, if I'm changing contrast or highlights, you can do that with a mask in specific places and it still will work.
Yeah.
You don't have to just do that to the whole photo.
Exactly. Masks are great. You can get really selective and like kind of create your own little concoction or recipe of like things to affect in your image and really come out with something really, really cool. The other thing that I'm gonna do, of course, this is very distracting. So to me, in my mind, so I'm gonna use my little generative AI remove tool here to kind of get rid of all this stuff right here. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's just gonna take a little bit.
And if you haven't used this, it basically is using kind of like what generative fill would do. And,
yes.
I do think it's funny, we released a remove tool as well as generative fill like at the same time.
At the same time, I know.
And so I think the remove tool gets forgotten a little bit because generative fill does that and does it really well. But it is here in Lightroom as well for you to play around with.
Exactly.
And it uses that Firefly technology that generative fill does to figure out what's in the photo and then replace it, and boom, done.
Easy.
Easy. So good. And
so good.
How long would that have taken you before?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it would have taken me, you know, like 5 minutes maybe, you know, 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take me that long. But again, like to match the texture, to match the color. There's an obvious gradient here because it's the pole, you know, the light is coming. So
even if you were like doing a
fall
clone
off
stamp, you'd like be able to see where you did it, but you'd kind of just think like, oh yeah, I guess it's good enough.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna get rid of this little stuff right here. I'm not too worried about this. I don't mind that. It's more of just like the distractions. I want her to be the focus here. And I'm also gonna change the color of this too because I want it to match the pinkyish peachy tone from the previous one.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's make it happen after this removes.
Yes. Hi, David, from Manchester in the UK. And David liked the graffiti.
So
cool. We can have 2 options.
We can have 2 options.
You can always play around with it.
You
And
know
it
what? Maybe that's the vibe. I don't know. You know, so like it's your photos,
Yes.
right? So like you can do whatever you want.
I do think in this photo, the graffiti is fun, but in the overall story, there isn't.
In
Like
the
that isn't
overall
a theme of the story.
yes, like the story is very clean.
Yes.
You know, and that's why good call on the power lines. I think this could be a stronger image without it. So
Yes.
you
But
know?
David, love that you love the
Love
graffiti.
it. I love that you
we
love
like
it
it
too.
too as well.
So let's go ahead and do another object mask, and let's have it select this whole little section over here.
And chat, if you're a photographer, let us know what kind of photography you do. David, if you do
Yes.
photography, Marcy, Sean, if you have ever done photography, what kind of photography do you do? I do, or have done, some portrait stuff. Ooh, and a lot of street
Perfect.
stuff. And you do a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Portraits, products, street. I love street. I love any chance that I can like go out and do stuff. But again, it's one of those things where like if you're traveling or if you're going out, like you have to, it has to be an intentional thing.
Yep.
Like I'm either vacationing or it's a creative trip that I'm like taking my camera and I'm,
Yes.
you know, doing things. So it's one or the other. But anyway, okay, so we got our mask selected. Let's go ahead and use the point color. Now let's kind of play around. See?
Ooh, we're trying to match that color,
trying to
yep.
match that color. That already looks so good.
And Marcy's saying, I like macro, close-up landscape, and compositing. I'm not a people photographer. Shooting people is really difficult sometimes. I agree with that.
I agree with you too. It can be super difficult, especially, you know, if you're photographing somebody who's not very comfortable in front of the camera. Obviously, it's much easier with like professional models or people who are used to it, but 100% agree. My tip, if you want to get into it or if you're just like, maybe you need to do it for whatever reason, try to have a conversation with the person, chat with them about anything, literally whatever they're like interested in, hobbies, get them talking, get them like relaxed. And I think that will open up the doors for like a more relaxed like look and like moments, you know, that you can capture.
And photographing people is less about like photographing and more about like establishing the relationship and then capturing like those moments. Also, this is gonna kill me. Can we, on the photo with the poll,
yes,
it's off by like 2 degrees.
Oh my God, yes, we can do it.
It was like hurting me in my heart.
You know what? Yes, you are absolutely right.
It was just off enough to be like,
Is it like right there?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay.
Beautiful.
Whew.
We can also get in real close here and fix that too. But I love this. This is so pretty. Okay, now when I'm looking at these 3 photos, I'm like, okay, this one could go up in brightness. Like the whole building can go up in brightness, right? Because I'm looking at these and they feel a lot more, you know. And actually, this one can also go into the more pink area too. So
And
we can...
Tanya is saying, I love doing street photography and event photography. I moved back to Washington and will be going to Seattle Chinese New Year Festival. I also like to take pictures of martial arts events. And yes, talking with them is the best. I love taking pictures of costumed friends and would ask about the inspiration behind it. Yes. And Sean, talk about their feet. The subject is like, what? And relaxes them quickly. That's funny. Marcy's saying, I'm retired and not really looking to change. Never a professional photographer, so I have the luxury of photographing whatever I want to. Incredible.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to select or mask this building out here just so I can get the point color.
Cool.
And honestly, I probably could just do point color and it'll be fine. But sometimes, let's say you have other other things that are of the same color, you don't want to affect it. So using a mask is really helpful.
And while we do that, we'll talk about another photographer who had a very specific. We're just gonna go in and out of history lesson chat. Because
I love that.
Now we're talking about photography. So over on my screen, my favorite photographer of all time, Aaron Siskind. Aaron Siskind had a really interesting subject matter. Is that he would not want to shoot people with his photos, but he would want to shoot the effects of people on the world. And I think it's such an interesting take. And so a lot of his photos were things like peeling paint on wood, or things like this, which I think is a glove, right? It's a glove that's dirty and worked. And so he would tell stories through these photos. And so if you want more, Aaron Siskin, my favorite photographer, this is my favorite photo of his. And so go check it out. Really cool textural work, but it's all about telling the story of like how humanity has affected the world around us. And it is 100% that like
How relevant right now.
Yes, perfect. So go check out Aaron Siskin, another one for you to watch. Back to you.
I love it. Okay, well, I think I'm pretty much done with this like set of photos. Look how fun it looks with this like vibe.
I like it. And before the end of the stream, maybe we can take it into Photoshop and do a little triptych?
And do a little triptych? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's do maybe like, you know, whatever we have time for in a bit. Or we can also jump over to Photoshop really quick just to show you guys how to remove that.
Yes, I am dying to get to the
let's
primary
just
ones as well.
see. I know, I want to get to some of these other ones as well. They're really fun. Chinatown is just the coolest, honestly. So I'm actually really excited because Argentina has a Chinatown in Buenos Aires.
That's gonna be so
and
fun.
I'm gonna be there for Chinese New Year, so I'm like, what an odd place to be for Chinese New Year. But honestly, it's so cool. So I'm excited.
Yep, and fantastic
you know I'm gonna
joke.
be taking some iPhone photos.
Oliver,
for sure.
I'm gonna say it on stream because it's great. I tried talking about their feet with a millipede once, and I was there for hours. No notes, fantastic. What do you get when you cross a millipede and a parrot?
I don't know.
A walkie-talkie. All right, that's all. That's
Wow.
all. You get one for the stream,
I
and
love
that's
it.
it. Okay,
I love
so
it.
now we are over in Photoshop in light mode.
Does that always trip you up?
It does, because I always work in dark mode in Photoshop. It's I do light mode in Illustrator and dark mode Photoshop, and so I was gonna say why are we in Illustrator, but you're in Photoshop and light mode. Okay,
I will always bring this up. Someone compared my light mode to like it feeling like a straitjacket, and I will never forget that comment.
Yeah, it's very like medical. Okay, let's go ahead and let's put some photos together.
Earlier, Paco was like, "The streaming doctor is here to see you." And
Yes,
now
100%.
all the medical things. Okay, so we are over in our remove tool here, you guys, and you know one of the features that was announced was the find distractions. So I can just click on wires and cables, and hopefully it'll just do the thing that I want it to do.
I wonder if it's gonna take out the crosses on the windows, like the little beams.
yeah.
Let's see what happens.
I guess we'll see what happens. Hopefully
It's
figures
gonna
it
really
out.
think about it. Yeah.
It's gonna really think about it. You know, it's probably because I haven't used it. I haven't needed to use it.
And
I
then-
haven't, you know.
When you're doing a photo story and we're gonna like create a triptych, do you do that in Photoshop and just make like a side by side on a slide or whatever? Like if you're trying to present a story of like here's multiple photos.
Yeah, we can do it in Photoshop.
Okay, cool.
I honestly, what we did actually for the workshop, we like exported our photos and then we used just like a presentation like thing to like put them. But we can do it right in Photoshop. No big deal.
And hello, Helena. Nice to see you.
I don't think it's supposed to take this long.
It's not. Let us know where you're watching from, Helena. Nice to see you. So we do have the find distractions. It is taking a while because maybe you haven't used it. We can use cancel and use generative fill.
That's true. We could. That might do it faster. It's possible. Maybe I need to be on auto.
Let's try it. Let's try auto. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Or maybe it's just like you never use this. So
Also,
like, I don't know.
how big is this photo? Because if
It's a massive
really
photo,
big.
it might be
It's
taking
a
second. Massive photo. I just recently upgraded to the gosh, what is it called? EOS 5. Oh gosh.
yes.
RD. No. What am I trying? EOS R5. That.
That one.
That
numbers.
one and like the megapixels from like the Mark III, 5D Mark III is like double. So it's probably that.
Yes.
Well, sorry guys. Normally this works.
Imagine
but
those aren't there.
Imagine that happened. So what we can do is do the same exact thing though with, I probably should have used the polygonal lasso tool.
We could use the selection brush as well.
Oh, that's true, huh? I forget.
It's okay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the polygonal lasso tool.
Oh, yeah.
There we
no,
go.
that's the correct
Much
answer.
easier.
That is, yeah, no. I was wrong. That is the correct answer. So generative fill is doing the same thing that the remove tool would have done much faster.
Literally.
And maybe we just haven't used it as downloading or something, but it's going to fill in and take away those pieces. It's going to guess what's in the background and boom. And yes, somebody says 45 megabytes they saw. Yes, so it's
45.
Ooh, great.
Ooh, yeah, amazing. Look at that. incredible. So
Oh,
now
it's
we
so
can
much better
just
without the wires.
Yeah, so much better. Oh, not that one. That first one was the best. Okay, I'm gonna save it, and it should just like bring it back into Lightroom. So
Cross your fingers.
we'll do that. Let's move on over to this. So let me get your guys' take, since we've got about, what, 15 minutes left?
Yes.
Which set do we want to focus on? So I have this kind of trio that I like. This one, and this one. Or we can do this one, and this one. Or we could do the primaries.
Primaries.
Oh, so
Because I think that
good.
they just have so much potential for like, they don't look super poppy primary right now, but they have so much potential to look completely different.
Ooh, there we go. Look at it. It popped up.
Boom.
Boom. Amazing.
Magic.
Love it. So there you go. Okay, so primary, is that what we're hearing?
Primaries. Chat,
You're the only person here.
Chat, you can vote, but I think that I've called the veto on this one.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. So let's see. Maybe we'll start with this one, because this one's so fun.
And it looks so muted and dark and dingy.
Oh my God, I
but
know.
I love that you saw the colors in there as the primaries of the jeans, the shoes.
Everything.
And being able to like pull those out is going to be such a huge difference.
I know. Okay, so let's just kind of go into our little auto moment. Definitely not.
We lost like all the contrast and warmth.
All of it. It was like not good. Okay, I'm gonna increase, do a little magenta. I'm gonna go up just slightly. I'm just gonna kind of trust my eyes that I'm picking the right temperature here. That's the one thing about street photography. I mean, you could technically go out and like take a picture of like a gray card or a spider right checker or whatever, but like every scene has so much color and everything varies, so it's like not even, you just gotta trust yourself. Okay, so I think that's good. Let's go ahead and bring that contrast down a bit. Bring those highlights a little bit white. Oops, I keep doing that. And then let's bring up those shadows. Look at that. Ooh. And let's increase overall exposure. I'm gonna bring back the contrast a little bit. And actually, no, I think I like that. Okay, great. Amazing. So now let's definitely pump up the vibrance. I think we need.
Yes.
Ooh, look at that.
It's so good.
Oh, it's so good. You guys.
That's crazy.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. It went from like dark and dingy to like bright and colorful.
Dingy. Yeah, it's a vibe. Okay, love it. Let me punch it up just a tiny bit. And again, like I always bring this contrast down just to kind of like allow, actually, okay, here's the real reason I think why I do this and why it works is to bring the contrast down means that you can push the vibrance even more.
Yep.
So I just figured that out.
Yeah,
right
and it's
now.
not going to oversaturate anything.
Exactly. I love it. Okay, so that looks great. I think I am going to just kind of fix this a little bit, maybe so that it's not right at the crotch there. And I can fix these little feet here that are showing up.
Oh yeah, there's tiny like sandaled feet in the top right.
Yeah, but that's easy.
Get out of here.
That's
You don't have cool
easy.
shoes on.
Okay, I think that's probably good. Let me go ahead and remove it and see if it works. I might also remove this little like circle thing, or I can crop up too. Maybe. Ooh.
Oh, I'm not mad about a crop up. I thought I was not going to like it.
Yeah, right? Ooh, that already looks.
I like it. Yeah. And like the colors of the red, green, and blue on that yellow just like coming toward you. I love this shot so much.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good, you guys. Okay.
And so when we're copying and pasting, and I know we're going to do more here, but the reason, this is a good example of why you don't want to select the crop when you're selecting your settings, because it would crop the other photos. And so being able to just select the pieces that you change is nice.
Exactly.
Okay, what else do we need to do here?
So we need to do some point color. Let me see if there's anything else. No, we've already fixed the transform. So sometimes you either do it yourself through the crop, or you go down to transform if there's like something really wonky happening, or unless you like it, I don't know, whatever. But that works. I'm trying to figure out what this is. I don't think I actually noticed this before.
Oh, that's weird.
I know.
Oh, it's the other person's leg. It's the white pant leg on the other side.
Yes.
Could you remove it?
Is it bothering me now? Or
See if you can remove it.
Yeah, I could probably remove it. It didn't bother me before, but I guess now it is.
I'm curious what it's gonna do if it's just gonna like stitch his legs
I think it's just gonna like stitch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
think
fine,
so.
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
Yeah.
That one's better.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. And actually, I think it's a she.
Oh, she, yes.
Well, who knows? Maybe they.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and go down to point color here. Let's just make these a little bit like more vibrant. I don't know. Just increase the saturation just slightly. Maybe it needs to be like a little bit of a tomato red.
Ooh, yeah.
You know?
Yep, really hit those primaries.
Yeah. And then let's go ahead and do this like blue and saturate it even a little bit more.
Ooh, I love how the colors are coming out here.
Mm-hmm.
Green, 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 green.
Green.
And yes, someone said almost the same color as my shirt. Yeah, look, here.
Oh my gosh, wait, yeah.
Look it, color match me. Wait, no. Look it, like that is almost a perfect color match there. You just fade into the background. That's hilarious.
I'm dead. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, love it. This looks great, if I say so myself.
I love this shot so much.
Okay. Maybe I should do street photography more on stream.
Right?
That's fun. Okay, let's go ahead and copy those settings. Again, making sure that none of the like stuff is selected. And actually, I wonder if even
Point color
should be removed as well, just so that we can kind of clean slate and move towards this. So let's copy paste that. Let's do it on both of these.
Primaries.
So good. Okay. Beautiful. Ooh, already so good. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the colors are so much better on that one.
So much better. Okay, so let's
a little
tweak
crop
it
for
a little
sure.
bit. I kind of like it a little bit more contrasty. Ooh, yes. Let's bring up. Ooh, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think a little crop. What do you think?
Yes, definitely a little crop. We're definitely gonna do.
I'm excited about this shot.
Ooh, yes. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, the color block is so fun.
Right? Oh my gosh, that's so good.
It's pretty great.
Wow. And then now all we need to do is just make this yellow a little bit more richer, maybe a little bit more, and maybe we need to mute it a little bit, like everything a little bit.
Yep.
So I think
I love the color story of just like finding those primary, and you have the green, you have the blue, you have the red, like it's all there in just different ways.
There we go. Ooh, yes.
And chat, there is a way to show photos side by side.
There is. I know how to do it. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me try it. So it's this, and then I believe it's N. There you go.
There you go.
Amazing.
That's so cool.
And I think, no, just kidding. I thought that I would be able to like edit while I'm doing it, but maybe not.
Oh yeah.
That looks amazing though.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I can do quick develop, but I don't think I can like develop. So I would need to like go back in and do what I need to do. Okay, wait. I want to make this a little bit richer. And a little bit more on the yellowy.
I definitely
like
want to
orangey.
see these like printed in frames next to each other.
Oh my gosh, right? Like it'd be so fun. Okay, love. And again, you guys, I can go in here and also like select our subject and like even give them a brightness contrast moment to like kind of like bring them out a little bit more. But I'm keeping it for now. Let's see. Okay,
Can we put this treatment on after the green? Sorry.
This one.
On the one of him in the.
In the thing. Yes.
Yes. Because those like primaries hit so hard.
100%. And I'm gonna crop this like hardcore.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, okay.
Oh, those colors pop so good.
So good.
Yes.
I'm going to bring these whites down as well.
And Jose, are we going to use Adobe Express today? Yes, a little bit on the next stream and a lot of it on the last stream. I'll actually be making you some templates in Adobe Express for you to use for Valentine's Day.
Okay. Wow. Honestly, I might even just go like all the way down.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. I love the primaries.
Yes.
The primaries are so fun. Just
Look
hitting
at
that like red, yellow, green.
I know, it's so good. maybe it's like a little bit over like this. I don't know. You kind of have to like play around with it. Ooh,
oh yeah, those.
Yes, so good.
Those are great colors.
Oh, and I definitely do feel like this yellow needs to be more orangey yellow. You know what I mean? So maybe I'll do a little objects situation. I'm okay with this folder, whatever that is, staying how it is, but I think the yellow should be more, you know?
So that it matches that kind of crosswalky.
Yeah, and then this can be a little bit less like cherry red, but more.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Weird selection.
I know. There we go.
Lightroom.
Oh.
What are we doing here, Lightroom?
All right, Lightroom. Weird. So then when that happens, if it does happen, I just revert to my little brush and bring it in. Just make little. And again, I'm using point color, right? So it's not really going to affect too much of. Oop, I did not mean to select it.
Rejected.
Is it Command Option, Command Control? Maybe?
What are you trying to do?
Oh, I'm trying to remove from the mask.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
I know there's a way. I'm trying to remember if it's Command or... Oh, I think I need to actually be like using it. Let me see. Command...
I think it would be Option. That's odd that it's not changing the plus to a minus.
Right? Usually it should.
Huh.
So that's okay. Okay, so again, just brush, just kind of cleaning up. Oops. Cleaning up that little part. That's only if, you know, it doesn't get it right. Okay, and then, oops. Go. Honestly, I should be a little bit more zoomed in, but it is what it is.
We're fine. We have like 3 minutes
exactly.
left.
I'm like, I don't have time. Okay, perfect. Just kind of wing this. This is fine right here. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and go to point color. Let's bring it down. Look at that.
There we go. That is that crosswalk kind of orangey.
Good. That crosswalk moment right there. We can also do the red. Maybe we won't have time to put all these together. We had so much fun.
We can do a quick cycle through.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
And even showing some of them side by side,
yes,
I think is going to work really well.
Exactly. Okay, so I think it's like a little bit more tomato red. Bring it down. There we go. I think that's fine. It might need to just be kind of like a, ooh, there you go.
There we go. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the 3 sets that we did. I think we did 3 sets?
Yeah,
we started with the skies of like the pinks and the...
Well, no, we started with this.
Oh, no, we started with this, yes.
Yeah, okay. So here's like a what happened before, what it looked like before. And then we kind of brought it all up and it just became like a way more dynamic image when we kind of bring up those darks, right? So here's that little story. So cute. Love it. Beautiful. Then we worked on our cool grandma over here. The blues and the pinks. So cute. And of course, like, so good.
Fixing the wires, yep.
Fixing the wires. But that looks awesome. I mean, even just like these two together. Like, so pretty.
Oh, it's so pretty.
That's so pretty. I wonder, does it do it with, if I select...
All 3? Oh, look at that.
Look at
okay,
that.
let's do. Can we do the first 3 real quick?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, chat, we're doing photo stories.
Ooh,
amazing.
Amazing.
Love those second 2 together.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me just bring in this next set, but I'm going to remove those other ones. Although, maybe?
Oh, maybe. That one?
Oh, maybe.
I'm not mad about
Not
those 2
mad
together. Okay. And then we worked with primaries in these 3 photos.
Okay, this we could probably deepen the green a little bit.
Yep.
We could even make this fit more of the green, the deeper green.
Yep.
You know?
Oh my gosh, I love this. So I love finding those color stories, chat. If you're going out and doing street photography, find a color story and then watch the stream again to learn how to do point color, to edit everything together, to get it cohesive. And stick around, there's more content coming up right here. Arabela is going to be hosting our friend Cory back creating some awesome work for you right here on Adobe Live. Stick around for the rest of the day and we'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna be retouching some portraits. Let's just go into it. So I have this image here, you know, immediately white balance, right? So usually the auto is actually really good. So I'm like gonna bring up that temperature. I'm gonna switch the profile. It basically allows you to kind of like see what is the great like starting point for your image. So in this case, honestly, Adobe Color is pretty good. Definitely love pulling the highlights down. I want some details in the blacks. And already like that's such a big difference. Like, wow, you guys. And then I do want to up the vibrance. I always do a lens correction. So always selecting enable profile correction so that it fixes like the lens distortion, because look what happens when I don't. See how the vignetting, even like it brightens up around it? Okay, so let's go ahead and go into this tone curve. I love to bring this up just because it makes the blacks a little creamier. I like to add a little point somewhere around here and kind of bring it back to that line. So I'm gonna go ahead and also bring this down because this affects the highlights here. Okay, and the other thing that I want to affect is this blue channel here. So I'm gonna just make a point in the middle and just bring it down slightly. And that already kind of adds a little bit more. So let's go into color grading. Now this is a fun one too. I'm just gonna leave the midtones alone. So for shadows, I'm gonna actually go into a little bit of a red color. And then for the highlights, I kind of want to go into a little bit of like a pink magenta. Green is just the perfect like texture for really anything. Okay, and then the last thing, calibration is also another way that you can kind of like mess with things and like play around with. So in this case, I'm gonna just increase the reds a little bit, but then I'm gonna decrease the blue over here. Okay, I love this. I am obsessed. I can make this a preset or I can just copy the settings and then bring them over. Going to presets, create preset, a 1970s creamsicle. Let's remove the things that we don't want to get affected if I copy it. So I'm gonna go ahead and create it. And now if I go into my user presets, it's right here, 1970s creamsicle. Perfect. So then if I go over to my other images, then I can just apply it. And it's God. So beautiful. It was so easy. So let's go ahead and just kind of finish pasting these to everything else.
Ooh, I like this photo too.
So beautiful. Wow. Like, are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
I'm obsessed with the remove tool. So if I wanted to like fix whatever this is, I can just be like, okay, bye.
Bye-bye rock thing.
Bye-bye. So there we go. Yeah, so another thing that you can do in Lightroom Classic is I love adding masks. So if I want to do background, it's going to detect the background and then make a mask of that. And that looks already amazing. And I can like go in more and adjust that. And now that looks a little less crazy. Let's do one of the ones that was really blown out. So let's go ahead and bring that exposure down for sure. Bring the highlights down. And then let me bring those blacks down as well. So I'm gonna kind of bring in that mask again to kind of get this part over here. And I selected object, so hopefully it just knows like, hey, I want this, you know? Perfect. So I'm just gonna bring down those highlights just a tad more. That already looks better from what it was before.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've learned so many things from you, and we'll see you soon.
Bye. Hello.
Oh my gosh, look at us. We're in white together.
Oh my God, you were
I
absolutely
literally just,
so right. Yeah,
I just realized that when we saw each other on stream. What's up, everybody?
Hi, everyone. My name's Arabella, and I am here with the amazing Cory Ellen Hall. You guys, you're in for a treat. I'm excited for this stream.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I've been excited
Thank you for
all day.
sticking around.
Of course. Yeah, thank you guys.
It's a full day.
It is a full day. It's a full day for us in the
Yeah.
studio. It's a full day for everyone tuning in.
Yes.
But like Arabella said, thank you guys for joining us. Oh, we've got the
We've
calendar
got
up.
the
or
calendar up,
schedule.
you guys. And everything's up available for replay. So please go watch, after the stream if you miss anything. Lots of fun things. But I'm really excited for your stream. You're going to be doing some typographic
calendars.
Yes.
Yep. In the
I
spirit
love
of the new year, in the spirit of
Okay,
2025,
yes.
in the spirit of trying to make this a good year, because I'm
Because
scared.
we all need it.
I am going to be designing some typographic calendars. And so something that I really like to do is a little bit about me. I'm
Yes, please
Cory.
tell us.
I'm a full-time graphic designer. I've been doing graphic design now for basically a decade, which is pretty crazy.
That is incredible.
But because I work full-time, one of the things that I really like to do is design cool little projects for friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's greeting cards, whether it's like holiday cards that I do every year.
Cute.
It's the occasional calendar. And so this year I was like, okay, you know what's cool?
Yeah.
I'll design a calendar. I'll send it out to my family and friends. And I figured, hey, what better time to design them than on a live stream
Wait,
with...
send me one.
I'll send you one.
Okay.
We'll connect. I'll get your address and I'll
connect.
send it to you.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like, so anyway, we're going to be doing fun little typographic tips
I
and
love
tricks.
it.
And like you mentioned, you will be able to rewatch this if you're joining us
Mm-hmm.
here and there's like a tip or something that you've seen. You can go back and rewatch maybe how I did a blend mode or how I did a grid or things like that. And so we're gonna be doing it live in stream. And my goal, this is a goal, and it might be a lofty goal. We'll see how the hour goes.
okay.
But I would love to create a calendar for each of the 12 months.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
You're like,
Woo.
oh, okay. I don't know. That's
okay.
ambitious.
That's a challenge.
That's
That's a
ambitious.
challenge.
So we're setting a challenge. So
Let's do it.
I'm gonna try to work fast.
Okay.
Because I overcommit sometimes. So we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go with the flow.
Let's go with it. So why don't you get started? I love to hear from everybody where you're watching from. I already see some familiar
Yes.
names: Apurva, RB, Oliver, Voodoo Val's in the chat, Jose.
Which
Thank you
Voodoo
guys
Val?
so much. Oh,
What's up, Voodoo Val? We go way back.
Voodoo Val is a
Voodoo
celebrity
Val-
around here.
Voodoo Val
Okay.
is a celebrity.
She is a celeb.
We have had some of my most iconic live streams have been hosted by or moderated by Voodoo Val. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
It's so awesome. Thank you guys for being here, for watching. Please subscribe to the Adobe Live YouTube channel so you can stay on top of anything that's happening on Adobe Live. So much incredible knowledge and creativity. I'm already loving everything that's on here. The February one. Okay, do you know Madre Mezcal, the brand?
Yes. No,
That
I
is
do.
giving that right
Yeah.
there. Just
Okay.
from afar.
So one of my favorite, and I'm completely blanking. I go like live stream blank dead brain mode
Like, all the time.
sometimes where I'm just like, there's this thing that's at the top of my brain that I can't say. One of my favorite design studios, they're based out of Texas, did the labels for that brand. And so, yes, this is definitely giving that
Is that
vibe.
Snakes and Ladders kind of vibe? Is that what's happening in there?
Yep.
Oh, I
Yep.
love it.
So I'm
It's a fun
looking.
game.
It's such a fun
An
game.
OG game, for sure.
Completely OG. I don't know if you've played it as an adult,
I have
actually.
played. Not as an adult, but I
Okay.
did when I was younger.
So I've played it as an adult, and can I just tell you, so boring as an adult.
Well, what if you made it to like a drinking game with Madre Mezcal?
Well, there you go. Then
You
that
know?
sounds fun. That
Yeah.
sounds fun. But it's one of those kids games that's like literally entirely by luck. Like it's
It
like
really
Candyland. You roll the die. There's literally no strategy involved whatsoever. Like it's just it's a fun, easy game.
I
for
love
sure.
it. Okay.
You
Well,
know-
tell us all your things, please. If you have any questions, like drop them in the chat. I'll relay.
So I'm a graphic designer. If we've got graphic designers joining in the chat, please give us a shout. I would love to kind of hear what you guys do. If you work in Illustrator or you work in Photoshop more, I personally do a lot of my designing in Illustrator, which is kind of why we're spending some time in it today.
Love it.
And hopefully I'm also sort of wanting to talk through a little bit of my process, just thinking through like how I organize projects. And so if you're a graphic designer, if you have questions about organizing projects or organizing client work or organizing ideas or where we go for ideas, open to all
We're
of those
all about
questions.
organization here.
So
So
listen, we're going into 2025. We're feeling good about it.
Yes. Make sure to follow Cory on Instagram, Cory Allen Hall, and check out his website, CoryAllenHall.com for all his work. I love it. All right, I'm gonna not distract you anymore.
No,
you do your thing.
We're good.
Love it.
This is why I get overly ambitious, because then I get into chatty mode.
How about we do like maybe 6 months is realistic.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Every 6 months, because we streamed together 6 months ago in October.
Exactly.
It was that kind of like it was while we were transitioning, that the video feed that came up.
Exactly.
And I was looking at myself in that, and I was like, man, I was tan. I was coming off of summer, and I was looking pretty tan. Now I'm feeling really pale. So.
Oh no.
Anyway, Voodoo Val says this project is already popping. I need to know more.
I know.
So we'll tell you more. So I pulled a bunch of images from all over the internet. Some from Instagram, some from Pinterest, some from just like folders that I have. I'm thinking about how to organize this calendar, right? So because we're really thinking and focusing more on typography today, I want to focus on some typographic effects. And
like that is really the focus and the whole that's going to take up the most amount.
That's what we're thinking about. And so we're thinking
space.
about like things like how to create this really cool wavy clipping mask effect, how to give it this sort of like distorted effect. We can do, historically, I don't have the best luck with doing bubble letters while on live stream because that tends to put a strain on my computer, and then it gives me the little...
And then it's like
the spinny wheel, and then I get really stressed out, and then I was like, it was like with my last live stream with Andrew, and it was like his Photoshop was going slow, and I was like, I can't deal with the stress of that. So we may or may not do that.
Ooh, that blur is super cool.
Blur effect will be fun to play around with. I really like this risograph calendar. It is, I mean, it looks like to be in German, probably, but it looks like it's of different...
Is it like what's in season?
Exactly. Which is super cool, which is just like a really cool take on a calendar. I don't think we're gonna go that route for this one, but just really like the typographic inspiration. And then some color blocking. So we've got like April, March, February. I actually don't know why they're in that order. That doesn't make sense to me. But we've got a little Casper the Ghost, a frog, and some like really interesting type pairings too. And so we're gonna head on over to Adobe Fonts. We're gonna find some good fonts that we're gonna use, and probably ideally, I'm gonna look for fonts that feel representative of each season.
Love that.
RB says Illustrator rules. I couldn't agree with you more. It does rule. It does rule.
And wow, cool from Franco.
Oh, thanks, Franco.
I could also see like a whole idea of like, because right now I'm like thinking about like Chinese New Year. So like even like the animal, you know, like the what is it? The zodiac thing, animal.
Which I
whatever.
wonder what it is this year.
Actually, let me find out.
I don't know either. I'm actually going to a Chinese New Year dumpling party next week, and I'm really excited. It's going to be super good.
Okay, I love.
Yeah, I have a friend who's from Wuhan, and he is one of the most amazing chefs that I have ever met.
Snakes.
It's the snake?
It's the snakes.
Shut up. Okay.
It's the snakes.
Wow. Well, okay.
I think that's a sign.
That is a sign. Okay. Well, then, I don't know. We don't.
Okay, you take it wherever you want. I'm distracting you.
Let's see. No, I love it. This is exactly the type of banter that I need. So.
Apurva says, wow, I like the manifesto type.
Oh,
which one's the manifesto type?
I don't know.
That one.
Jessica Walsh.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
Walsh is awesome.
Which, of course, you know, we would love
amazing.
this one. So she's great. And I one of the reasons that I pulled this one is because I really like the drop shadow or sort of like 3D effect of the type popping out at you. And I really like the way that each letter is a different color.
Yeah.
So you'll see here that I pulled this color palette. I just screenshotted this from Pinterest. But I like it because it feels really cohesive, but it also feels like I could pull certain colors for each of the seasons. And so that's one way that I'm thinking about structuring this calendar.
Okay,
is we have, I'm working in an Illustrator document that's set up as a print document.
Okay.
And so if you don't really know what I'm talking about, I could just show you really quick. But if you go to File, if you go to Print up here at the top, there are all of these presets. And then I always kind of change it, especially when I'm working in print, I change the units of measurement to inches from points or pixels, just because that makes more sense when you're thinking about a print document.
Yeah.
And so that's how I set up this document. And up here, we've got the width and the height as 8.5 by 11. And so because I'm going to be printing this out, I just want it to be a pretty standard printing size. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this artboard.
Okay.
Grab the artboard tool, Command Option Shift, drag it out, which creates kind of an instant duplicate of everything that's unlocked and visible on the artboard. And a tool that I have found really helpful in Illustrator is the grid tool. And so if you actually go to the line segment tool and you pop down to rectangular grid, this is something that I find like a lot of people who use Illustrator aren't super familiar with.
I just love anything in Illustrator. I know nothing.
You're a Lightroom
So
girly.
I'm a Lightroom and a Photoshop.
Photoshop girly.
Photoshop all the way. And Lightroom Classic, of course. But so all of this is totally, like, I love how it's seamless for you. It's awesome.
It's kind of second nature at this point, and
Yeah.
I honestly even struggle sometimes to say the keyboard shortcuts out loud
Right, because sometimes you don't even...
my fingers just go to them.
Yeah.
And then
like you don't even know the real name of the tool because you're
I don't know.
I
Like,
just know the shortcut.
I've been knowing it for too many years, and now I just don't know it anymore. And then when I'm like on live stream and I'm trying to think of what the keyboard shortcuts are, I'm like, what are they again? I literally don't remember. So this
the grid
rectangular grid tool
yeah.
is super cool. It works just like any sort of other shape tool where you drag down from a corner. What's different about it is that using the up and down or left and right arrows on your keyboard, you can change the number of columns
and rows
in the grid.
Yeah.
Thank you. And so what we're gonna do is, you can see that I kind of started mocking up a calendar here, mostly just so I don't go blank and like forget what a calendar looks like, which also happens. And I also put 7 days of the week because I was like, just, good. I was the kid who was like taking my driving test with left and right, and I had to use my hands because I was.
I love that so much.
Listen, I get frazzled. So,
hey,
So we've got this sort of
we all
calendar
get
mock-up.
anxious.
So there's 7 days of the week, as I so smartly put right over here. And then, the most days of a month are 31, and luckily January actually has 31 days in it. So
amazing.
What we're gonna do is, even if we're gonna kind of make 12 different ones, we're just gonna keep all the days the same. So we need 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's like, we're gonna do a grid that has 7 columns. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna add one more by pushing the left arrow key. And then we've currently got 4.
And then add an extra one, huh?
And then we'll do.
There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or do we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5?
Nice.
Okay, so.
Perfect. Yeah, that looks clean.
We've got our grid. I'm gonna go up to stroke and just bump the stroke out. So that is how we make a grid, which I covered grids in a different live stream that I did. This is a really helpful tool for if you're making posters and stuff, creating a grid for your poster to kind of like base typography and your shapes around is really useful. And so I use this tool all the time, even if it's not a visible design element, it is a structural design element that's really important to me.
because you can always decide that you want to scrap the grid and just do like numbers and have it be like more pretty or visual, but at least it's something to start with.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
And so we've got all days of the month over here. And like I said, I think it'll be interesting to look for different fonts that maybe feel representative of the different days or months of the year. And so I popped over to fonts.adobe.com. If you're joining us and you're not familiar with fonts, get familiar, okay? Fonts.adobe.com. It's really
so useful.
There's a lot of different font packages. And so, and they feature a lot of fonts. So whether they're like new fonts or popular or trending fonts, like I'm already seeing fonts that I've never seen before that I'm kind of like, okay, Masonic Lodge. Not sure if this is right for this project, but add it to the favorites because I like it and I will want to come back to it. I just recently did a Dungeons and Dragons podcast branding.
Okay, amazing.
And so that's a relevant. And now I'm kind of wondering if it's like it saw that I was looking for more medieval typefaces
100%.
and it's like recommending me medieval typefaces.
The algorithm is algorithming.
It's algorithming. So Playwright, that's a nice one. I like that one and I can kind of see it working as sort of like a more decorative element, potentially somewhere like we've got this.
Ooh, yes. I
So,
love that one.
Look, I'm gonna add this family. Playwright.
And in fonts, in the like fonts.adobe.com, you can also like find like what works with certain fonts, right? Like if you go into a certain typeface, it'll like suggest like, oh, this works well with this, or it'll show you designs too that like.
Yeah, so if you go down, let's see. So there will be recommendations that for fonts that are both similar to it, and occasionally also, so let me figure out how to. So there's recommendations. So this tab will help you kind of like search around for things that feel like they work well for whatever project you're potentially working on.
Hidden gems, that's cute.
What I find also really helpful are the font
packs
section, because those are packs of fonts that are either thematically similar or work really well together, or that they're like display typefaces or retro typefaces. And so that's where I would go to find fonts that all like look well and similar together.
Ooh.
This is actually, this would be a really good, this is a good place to start. So I'm gonna bump up the type size just so I can get a really good look at.
I love a good just thick font.
Me too, me too. And these are like very retro seeming too, which also does kind of fit the look and feel of my
that
mood board.
vacation little graphic reminds me of that brand. Gosh, what is it called? It's like Vacation something. It's the sunscreen brand. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think that I do, but I can't.
So cute.
Off the top of my head, think of what it's called. So, and what I'm doing too here is I am opening up each of these in a different tab just so that we can come back to them easily. I tend to sometimes lose track of the fonts that I'm adding. I kind of really just like all of these. So I'm gonna add, this one's already added, which I love.
I love it.
Alfarn. We're gonna add Dunbar. And so what I'm doing when I hit add family, because I'm logged into Creative Cloud on my computer, it's syncing all of the fonts that I'm adding to Illustrator. And so hopefully by the time I head over to Illustrator, they will be there waiting for me.
That makes it so easy.
It makes it very easy.
Do things.
It really does. Okay, so we have sort of like the makings of our calendar.
Okay.
I am going to, so that I don't need to redo all of those numbers, I'm just going to kind of drag this over here. A little bit of this action. We'll need to rearrange them just a little bit.
Nice.
Like so. Okay. And I'm kind of, I don't know, maybe actually you can help me decide, because I'm trying to decide between a couple of different layouts.
Okay.
So this is a good layout, and I think that if I am truly like changing the typeface for each one, then I could, oops, because I locked it. So maybe it's like January is in this typeface, and shows me
February. Ooh,
one.
that feels like very lovey and groovy.
Because Valentine's Day. Which is a theme of today. A
a
subtle, I think it's an underlying theme of today, which because
Feb is coming.
Andrew's doing his Valentine's Day things.
Oh, yes.
So we could definitely do this sort of layout.
Very fun. Okay, okay.
Or what I'm also thinking, and I'd be curious to hear from the chat if people have preferences, what could be cool, because we're going to be playing with a bunch of different typefaces, maybe we do a sort of a format where we've got all of the, well, we can leave it maybe like that for now.
Okay.
And we'll do, I'm looking at this list and it's inspiring me, so I'm gonna just copy and paste it over here. And what we could do is we could have them all kind of like
the same font, and then the one that's like, is like a different font or highlighted in some way or something.
Exactly.
Ooh, okay.
So that could indicate, so each page is maybe has a different background color, it would have a different font, and then that would, the different font would highlight which month it is.
For sure.
So that's kind of interesting.
Ooh, okay.
So maybe, what do we think? Do we think this puts more emphasis on the month, and the typeface itself? This puts a little bit more emphasis on, like, I don't know, overarching, like you're seeing your year at a glance.
Yes.
In a different sort of way.
Oh,
What do we
that's
think?
so hard.
What do we think?
I think the overarching one is more interesting to me. I think I'm into that one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
It'll be interesting to see how, like, because I mean, if you're gonna stick to this being the same font for like with all of them, and then just change the font, how are we gonna make that work with everything?
Yeah,
You know,
it's kind of an interesting design challenge.
Yeah.
So
Let's try it though.
we're
Why
going
not?
to decrease the font sizes a bit.
Ooh, okay, yes, that probably will help it feel
That'll
less
help.
chaotic.
And I think it also kind of lends it a sort of a more postery feel, right? I mean, what really helps things feel like a poster is having a lot of contrast and hierarchy of typefaces.
That's a good point.
And so I am tweaking right now. I'm making sort of subtle changes with keyboard shortcuts. So
Okay.
I can tell you what I'm doing, but I'm increasing the kerning or the tracking between the letters. Using Option and the left and right arrows on my keyboard just to kind of space them out a little bit, which is important for
Give
smaller
some
type.
breathing room.
To give them breathing room, make sure they're like really nice and legible.
Ooh, okay, yes, I like this because now it gives you like that framework to like make whatever month it is
Really pop
really
out.
pop out. Yeah.
And then I'm also increasing the leading. So you can do that on the keyboard by holding Option and pressing the up and down key arrow keys. And so really what I want to do is I just want to make sure that the leading is, I want December to align with the bottom of the calendar.
Yes.
Is really just kind of the leading that I'm playing with here. So I'm going to go to character, and that's this little guy here. So I'm going to do, I don't know, 51.5.
I know, sometimes you have to like go in
Just right there, right in the middle.
a little 0.5.
Okay. And then I kind of feel like the days of the week should maybe be similar size. Although,
Yeah. Love it. I honestly think you could even get rid of the S in Tuesday and RS in Thursday too to make it all like 3 letters.
Oh yeah, like thu.
Yeah.
And two.
Thu.
Thu and two.
Thu and 2.
You're right. Okay, there you go.
Clean.
See,
Clean.
this is why you're here. You have very valuable contributions.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you
try.
for this process. Okay.
See, this is like so. I love when things are perfectly like,
Me
you know?
too. And that's why I like playing with typography so much.
Yes.
Because it is an opportunity to really get kind of in the weeds with the details. Sometimes I get too much in the weeds, and it's like especially on a live stream, I'll spend like way too long just like tweaking the spacing
my God,
between
yes.
letters, and I'm like, Cory, this is
Suddenly you're like, you've spent so much time on that and you haven't even gotten past.
like, this is not it. These are all the same typeface. Okay, so we've got our very basic layout here.
Cute,
so now
okay.
what I'm gonna do, we're gonna scrap you just to give myself more room to work.
Yes.
I'm gonna drag this artboard over here, and then I'm going to duplicate it.
Okay.
Right, one of the #1 rules in working on any program on any project is to make sure remember to save.
Save.
So I just did
Yes.
save. And my version of saving also is preserving an original version of whatever it is that I'm like doing an effect on. Cause if I like somehow mess up the layout or something, I don't want to have to Command Z
Oh
all
my
the
gosh.
way there.
Yes.
So January.
Let's do it.
January. It's a fresh month.
It is a fresh month.
It's a month of,
Renew,
resolutions.
like,
Renew.
Yeah, renewal,
Other,
reinvention.
Other rewords.
Anything.
Rethinking.
Rethinking. Pivoting.
Pivoting. So I feel like this font kind of captures some of the spirit of January for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. It's called Playwright.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we're gonna go Playwright.
Oh, I love that it's just like right there.
It's right there. It's waiting for me. Okay, but you know what I need to do? Because we've got this all in one text box.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna just remove that. I'm gonna lock that layer, and then I'm gonna put a new layer
yes.
here so January doesn't mess up the flow of everything beneath it.
Yeah. Cute.
Don't love that it's in all caps.
Yes, me neither.
Not cute. not cute at
But it's getting there.
Jan, you, Harry.
I have to do the same exact thing when I'm like spelling like February.
Well, and that's a weird one too.
I know.
I'm like, must we?
Or like Wednesday.
Wednesday? Like, do we really have to be like that? That's just honestly so rude.
Ooh, Peter says reboot. I like that word too. That's fun.
Is reboot one of the typefaces that I was looking at?
Oh, was it?
Is it?
I don't
think
know.
It might have
I think
been.
he was going off of like the words that are.
Oh, reboot. Thank you.
Ooh, new order. I love how now it's the font names that are. How fun.
I kind of like this one better. Sorry.
No.
We're gonna go.
We're good. Ooh, okay.
Right?
Yes.
Like, come on.
Yes. Already
Yeah.
so much better.
I'm
yeah.
like, I want to like
This feels
scripts.
reboot. Like this feels like a, you know.
It
You're
does.
freshening up.
Oh, it does. It is. Like, it's literally giving reboot. It's giving like you restarted the computer and.
Exactly.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, what could be an
That's
interesting...
so cute.
What is an interesting effect
Ooh.
that we could... I mean, we could kind of like... See, I'm thinking about our snake again.
I know.
And I'm thinking like... But I don't know if I don't know if we're gonna be able to incorporate that in there.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
It's kind of fun though that like snakes do regenerate. Like they lose their old skin.
Yeah, they do.
You know, and
I mean-
like they're a new. But it would be hard. I think this typeface is a tough one for that one.
But I don't know. Listen, we're here. If we don't finish the calendar today, it's okay. We're here to experiment. We're here to play. So let's try. I'm just kind of. We're going off of the snake theme.
Okay.
So I just used the blob brush tool, which is like kind of my
love
favorite
that.
tool for
And you
creating.
just like did that real quick.
I was like bloop, 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 and it kind of helps smooth things out. And what's really cool is when you use a blob brush tool and you use it on top of a blob that you've already created, it adds to the
Ooh.
existing shape as opposed to adding like a new shape on top
That
of
looks
it.
like a dog's nose and
does.
a mouth.
Or like a little worm.
Or like a little worm.
Or like a snail.
Okay, I
perhaps.
can totally see you doing for January. Maybe it's snake, but in a more like metaphor or like maybe it's just kind of what you're thinking, but like a bigger element that's like more like
Okay.
I don't know, kind of.
You know what? You just gave
Something.
me a whole other idea.
Okay.
So we
Okay, I'm
love
into
this
it.
shape a lot.
Yes.
What we can do, I'm thinking in real time about how to do this, but especially if we've got a snake, we can do a little bit of this.
Ooh.
I don't know if you know what I'm gonna do.
I don't
right
know if
now.
I know what you're gonna do, but I'm
I don't
very
know.
curious.
I don't know, but we
gotta give a shout out to Peter for giving us the reboot.
Thank
reboot
you
theme.
for giving us the and also Andrew was playing around with some blending earlier today.
Oh.
And so that's kind of a little bit where this idea comes from. So I'm gonna take these two objects, I'm gonna go to blend, I'm gonna go to make.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so what we can do,
Okay.
let me make a little, so we're gonna do a blend and we're going to, let's see, what's the best way for me to do
There's like so
this?
many ways.
I know. Well, and this is the thing. So we're gonna do, I'm just gonna make a really quick little squiggle,
Okay.
sort of similar to our little like snaky snake.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna select both of these, and I think that I'm doing this the correct way. Yep. Okay.
Ooh.
So we took our two blended objects, replaced
I
the spine
love.
with our little squiggly. So now we've got this like very kind of snake-like,
Yes. I'm into this.
snake-like effect, which is cool, which will actually kind of like vibe with our more retro theme too.
Yes.
Um,
I'm into this.
so kind of boring black and white, but
Yes.
let's take a look.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Let's take a peek at our color palette. I mean, January, maybe we go.
I love these names too.
Yeah, right. We've got pumpkin, corn.
Blaze,
Corn.
molasses, maize.
Maize. Oh, it is making me a little bit hungry.
I know. I
They-
am getting hungry
They're
too.
like lightweight random though too, right? Like
Yeah.
Blaze
bit.
does, and maize and corn, like that's duplicative, right?
Yes.
Like, aren't they the same thing?
I think so.
Okay.
Tell us in the chat.
Tell us in the chat, because isn't maize is corn, isn't it? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Mice.
Yeah.
Right, you know?
Okay, so I'm gonna take one of my little circles over here,
Okay.
and I'm going to start with that color.
Ooh.
And then we're gonna take the other little circle, and maybe we'll go sunset.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Isn't that
It's
cute?
already a vibe.
Okay. So,
Yes.
see, and now we're kind of working within the grid that I've like already established, which is interesting because I can't, it's my instinct to like center things a little bit more, but then we
Right.
lose the left align that we've got.
Yeah.
And so it's a bit of a design challenge
yes,
to keep it.
it is.
Okay, so I'm going to also, what I would like to do is to make sure that we've got consistent color palettes across
Okay.
each page of the calendar. So with each of these, I'm also going to
Stick to that.
stick to this sort of similar color palette.
Yeah,
And then with each one, we can just kind of play around some more. So
for sure.
we're gonna
Fun.
set,
Ooh, Voodoo Val says, I love blend.
blend is literally one of the best. And
It's
like
so cool.
most versatile.
Yeah.
Like you can do so many things with it, and just like creating this sort of like 3D-ish effect.
Yeah. Is it basically like a gradient like situation?
It creates a gradient in the way that I'm gonna adjust blend options. We're gonna bump up to smooth it out. But basically what it does is it is taking these two shapes, which are of different colors, and then it's essentially creating a bunch of versions of those shapes to morph like this one starting
I
shape
see.
into this other shape. And so
Okay. That's so cool.
the blend that I did is I chose a specified number of steps, and I made 120 steps. So there are
Okay.
120 of these little circles.
that are then forming the kind of.
Yep.
Wow, that's super cool.
And so like if I were to go like, let's see, expand object, you can see
Oh my gosh.
every
yeah.
single little one of those steps.
Wow.
So
It's giving snake.
it's giving snake. We could like make it give snake more if we really wanted to. We could make it green. I'm gonna set a little background color. I'm gonna make it maybe,
Ooh, okay. Ooh, ooh.
Oh?
Matcha.
ooh, matcha. It is maybe it's too matcha.
Maybe it's too matcha.
It's too matcha.
Ooh. Ooh.
Cause I do want it to like still feel like January.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
like this color palette maybe isn't working for January.
Yeah.
So, but I'm kind of appreciating the color palette.
I kind of
so
appreciate the color palette too. I mean, it could work for something else, like more like
Maybe it's like
November
a-
or like
Yeah, like
you
a
know,
more autumnal.
October. Yeah.
An
Yeah.
autumnal. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna keep it rolling. We're
Okay.
gonna go to. Oops. We're gonna go to. Delete that. We're just gonna keep moving, and what I'm gonna
Let's do it.
do is I'm gonna do copy and paste our days of the week, paste in place, which
Okay.
is Command
Easy.
Shift V,
Love
which
it.
is the best. And so I basically just like have this to start with again. This time we're gonna do February.
Okay. Ooh, so fun.
What font do we want to do for February?
Something like flirty. Something
Something cute, something
cute,
fun.
something fun. Hi, Helena. Thanks for joining us. If you're just now tapping in, we're here with Cory Allen Hall, who's doing a very fun typographic calendar. I'm loving all this, like, and kind of changing up the fonts as we go from month to month.
We're experimenting
So,
with different fonts. We're experimenting.
Using
we're
fonts.adobe.com, great resource.
digging around in Adobe
Mm-hmm.
fonts. Let's see. I mean,
Ooh, that is a vibe.
she's cute.
She's very cute. She's flirty and she's cute.
Quintana. Okay. So
That's the
maybe-
name.
Oh, no,
Oh,
that's
wait,
the
no.
designer.
I was like,
Javier
oh.
Quintana.
Oh, that kind of sounds cute too.
I know. I was kind of like, I do
I'm
like
like,
that
oh,
name.
Quintana.
Yeah, this is cute and
That is
flirty.
very cute.
It has a lot of personality too. Like,
Like the boldness though.
the bold is like feels pretty different from than this guy here.
I know.
So
Oh, there we
let's-
go. That's, yeah. That is very fun.
So Violetta Hardinera.
It's giving Valentine like cowgirl.
I love that. Which is a good, that feels like a good, like, Valentine's Day vibe.
Barbie cowgirl.
I was actually talking to some friends about throwing a Valentine's Day party. And I feel like Violetta?
Cute. Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Like, that's great.
That is so great. Oh, yes. In the
Ooh.
little breathing room.
I like this.
Perfect.
I gotta add this one to my favorites.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
should have used this one. But I'm like, ooh, a good theme for a Valentine's Day.
Oh, it's cute that the Y on the February kind of looks like there's a little heart in there.
Oh, it does.
You could always like highlight it too. That's so fun.
Okay,
That's a good
so
one.
here's what we can do. Let's figure out how to add a fun effect to this one. I'm gonna bump the size up a little bit.
Okay.
Red also feels pretty appropriate
Yes.
on this one too, right? So
Yeah. You could do like a color blocking moment for this one where it's like red and like.
do you mean like having each letter in a different color, or
Like the color scheme of the whole calendar.
Yeah, let's kind of see.
Like a mauve, a light pink, a red, you know, like sort of modern. Oh, ooh, even the plum is kind of fun
Ooh,
too.
what about like this?
Yes, already. Yes, exactly.
This is nice. And then we can go, maybe we take the plum.
The plum.
Oops. Switch.
That is so fun.
And we're going to take all of our type and maybe make it, plum is sort
Plum.
of a nice,
Yes, into it.
yep,
So into it.
okay. And so then we can make these sort of the similar plum color.
Oh, I love it.
And then, I don't know, what could we do?
Maybe that could just be like an even deeper like plum color, like a darker plum,
Let's see.
or the cranberry even.
Cranberry pops.
Ooh, that is pretty cute.
Cranberry pops really nicely.
Maybe make it like a little deeper even, like a, you know, like it just feels like
Yeah, let's go in and adjust.
just like a little down. Yeah, yes. I'm into either, honestly. That's
That
so
looks really
cute.
nice. That looks really nice.
I love it.
Okay, so now,
It's like just different enough from like the typical Valentine stuff, which I always love that.
so
you know?
let's try something. If we go to have an idea,
Okay.
we're gonna see how this works.
Voodoo Val says, love the cranberry. Uh-huh.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to.
Ooh.
We're gonna try this
Okay.
and potentially try to. Hold on. You know what we're gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And working with.
I love how I just like hear like your little shortcuts. You're like,
I know we're in action mode now.
that is so fun. Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to adjust the corners and the
Ooh.
caps.
That is so cute. I love that. I love that.
She's very cute.
She's very cute.
okay.
I'm into it.
And just in the spirit of, like, dude, it's 11:40.
How did that happen? Oh my
How
gosh.
did that happen? So we're gonna keep it moving.
Yes.
Like, remember when I was like, it's a little ambitious to try to get.
And even then I was like, oh, let's just do 6 months. Nope.
I'm like, we're at 3.
We're at 3.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we're gonna go for.
Okay, give us
March.
some ideas, chat, for March. What are some words related to March? I mean, I just think of coins.
I think of like springtime,
Oh, yeah.
which makes me think of like flowers, flower
yes.
power,
Okay,
a little bit
spring.
groovy.
Yes, I'm into that.
Which I think that we've got We have some somewhat good springish vibes in here.
Yeah.
I mean this with the
I think that one.
with the fruit.
With the fruit. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Maybe if we go to font packs
Okay.
and I like
Yeah, this font packs is like really useful.
Yes, it's very helpful. And like if you kind of browse for long enough, then you eventually get to, especially if you're looking for inspiration.
Ellen Ad says, leprechaun pot of gold rainbow.
Leprechaun? That would
Leprechaun?
actually be,
Yeah.
okay, wait, St.
Well,
Patrick's Day?
because coins. I was thinking coins, like pot of gold, like rainbow, yes. Apurva says Women's Day. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that is, what is
Yep.
that, like March 7th or something?
I think it might be March 8th.
March 8th?
March 7th or 8th, one of those.
One of those days.
I should know.
I mean, it's like Women's Month. I feel like the whole
March
month
8th,
is.
International
okay.
Women's Day.
It's like wild.
I'm into the leprechaun though.
I'm like, couldn't even begin to tell you what a font that looks like leprechauns is. Like a Celtic looking font?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, well, now I'm kind of like on the hunt for that.
Now you're like, let me look.
If we go, what would be, I mean, it would be maybe under fun. Okay, let's do
Can you search like, yeah.
Celtic. Let's see what comes up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Elena says green for St. Patrick's Day, Irish. Oh.
I
Wow,
like
I like
this.
the Libra one.
Yeah, the Libra's
I'm
really
into
nice.
the Libra.
Especially like the treatment of it too. Is,
Even the L whatever, the one that Ella one's kind of fun too. Although Libra is definitely more Celtic for sure.
Libra's like Celtic, but it also looks kind of modern.
modern. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna add this one. See, this is not the direction that I was expecting us to go in
You
for
know?
March, but because St. Patrick's Day is like not a holiday that I think of very
That's
often.
true. Yeah. I have some Irish friends, so I'm like, it's very in my radar for sure.
You know, that's actually kind of an interesting idea for a calendar would be to center the designs around
your friends.
I was gonna say
Oh.
around. Yes, that
were
too.
you gonna say?
I was gonna say around like the whatever like prominent holiday
Yes.
is in that.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. If you're a secular individual, then maybe
right.
you're
Right.
not
Then
gonna
like
do that.
whatever. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. But I also like around your friends.
Around your friends, yeah.
Okay, that
Actually,
would be,
that's
like-
kind of cute.
that
What
is
if like
really cute.
okay, you can like center like whoever's birthday, right? Like that person, and like maybe even like take certain things that they like about them, and like build it into their month, or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. The design can be kind of
That would be really
different
cute.
for each one.
And
That's really cute.
That would make for like a really good present for
gift.
people.
Yeah.
I feel like I designed this calendar especially for you.
Yeah.
And I put in it all of your favorite things. Like if you're a gardener, then you could put like a bunch of gardening.
Exactly. Like it could just be like a whole like green vibe. If you're like a painter or like an artist or whatever, like it can be kind of like a bunch of colors or something. I don't know. Who knows? You can change
That
it.
would be cute. Okay. Well, now we've got. Okay. I mean, I guess
Someone
like
who's a cat person. You can get like cute
little kittens in there.
Yeah.
Is this the color palette that we want to do?
Actually,
or is this with,
maybe it is.
with some gold, maybe.
With some gold, yeah. Ooh.
Oh my god! Did you ever watch Luck of the Irish?
No.
It's a Disney Channel original movie. And
not.
it was actually really scary for me. I don't think
no.
it was meant to be a scary movie.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's kind of like a limey green, sort of.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's the yellowish one.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a yellow. Yeah, I love that.
It's
Okay, tell me more.
It's just a ridiculous kids movie that is about a boy who's like his family is like part leprechaun and he starts turning into a leprechaun when he
Oh
turns
my
like
gosh.
16 or something.
I feel like I've seen the cover of this. I need to watch it now.
But the villain from it is actually a really scary leprechaun. And so that like made me scared of leprechauns when I was younger.
So that's why this is not on your radar.
That's why it's not on my
You're
radar.
traumatized. There's the trauma is
I'm
there.
yeah. Quite literally traumatized. I wonder if emoji.
Ooh, yes, Voodoo Val, you got it right. It's like moss. I love it. Yes. See, we knew we had to keep this color for something.
Okay. I'm kind of, now I have this idea of, there's gotta be like a coin emoji.
Oh,
Is there
there's
not?
gotta be. There's probably a pot of gold too.
Oh, you're
Right?
absolutely right. There has to be.
I'm pretty sure there is.
So
Oh,
if
whoa.
expanding.
What are you doing?
Okay, so
I've never seen this.
if you're not
This.
aware, if you type into your keyboard emoji or into your font selector emoji 1, it'll bring up the emoji keyboard
Very
into the
fun.
glyphs panel. And this is something that I've used on and off like quite a bit. Just because it's really helpful to have, these are all open source emojis.
Yeah.
Which means that you can use them, they're
use
rights
them.
free. And so like this little guy kind of works, but it's like metal, and what I'm wondering if I could just like remove the metal part and make it into a little whatchamacallit, a little
I guess
coin.
there's also the like money bag. But maybe that's not really the vibes.
I kind of want it to be though. What if we just added a
Oh, there is a coin emoji, I think. Maybe. Somewhere. Sometimes when you trying to find them.
Leprechauns wear hats, right? Do they wear top
Yes.
hats? I feel like leprechauns wear top hats.
I
So,
think they do. Yes, the top hat.
okay. This is like a little bit deranged, but this is one
Okay,
of
there is supposed to be a pot, or maybe there isn't actually. JK. Oh, there is the 4-leaf clover though. That's for sure.
Okay, well
That too.
then
I like the top hat though.
I like the
Kinda
top
cute.
hat. I'm gonna incorporate it. So one of my favorite ways to use, there's a special effect tool in Illustrator that is really fun to use with these illustrations, which is the Inflate tool. And it's a way to kind of like give it a 3D rendered effect. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to
Okay,
duplicate
everyone's into the top hat.
this. People like the top hat.
I like the top hat.
We're going to outline it. So I just did Command-Shift-O to create outlines because it's technically a font.
Yeah.
So I created outlines.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And now we have this vector shape. And so now what I can do is if we go over to effects, I always need to remember which one it is. Distort probably. Or maybe it's in here. Inflate. Yep, 3D materials.
Nice.
Inflate.
Ooh, I'm excited. Oh, wow. I love.
It's like, it gives it kind of like a weird sort of.
If you inflate, can you like go back in and like change things about it too, or like no?
You can, because
Okay.
it's an effect. So
Oh, right. Okay.
So what I could do is we can, and what's interesting about this is that it's inflating.
Oh,
So it took
okay.
the effect off when I clicked into
When you clicked into it.
the
Okay.
group.
Got it. Because I was gonna say, do we like the pink, or should we make it monochrome with like the rest of the like?
Oh, this
Make
little
it the
guy?
yellow. Yeah, the yellow or the green.
I think we should absolutely make it.
Okay. See, you're so good at this.
That's better.
It's so much better already.
And
Oh, that's so cute.
so we've got our little, we can also change. So sometimes what I do too when I'm playing around with this effect
Yeah.
is I sometimes flatten it. Just so that, because you can see with the, it's maybe not quite, we're going to merge the,
Oh, okay, I see.
so that it's,
Oh, okay.
although I'm not sure, honestly. I think it might have looked better before.
I think because of the richness there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna
Cute.
make this small. We're going to,
Rotate it a little bit. Oh my gosh. That's so precious.
this is crazy.
It got real wild over here.
It got so wild, and we're literally only on March. I'm like, I don't even want to know where this calendar was going.
I don't know either.
Like, we went from like,
What a metaphor for this crazy
Uh-oh.
year.
Uh-oh.
I know.
2025.
2025, baby.
We're really in for it. Okay.
Okay, I do really love this like color scheme though for March.
We have to change.
We have to change that.
We have to
We
change
have to change
January.
that.
I think, I don't know, January is like kind of a darker, quieter month. And so maybe.
Or maybe it's like, Yeah, or like, I don't know.
do
Maybe
you
I'm
think?
thinking of like clarity, so maybe like light blue.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Yep.
Oh, maybe we still use that midnight, but maybe the midnight goes with the text and the font. And then the
Okay.
main is actually even that bottom color on your, what is it, Twilight? But
Twilight.
lighter.
A
Way
little
lighter.
bit lighter.
Yeah.
Keep it in the same kind of family.
Yeah. Even light. Yeah. And then
Okay.
midnight as the
And then these. Let's go to this.
Yeah. Look at that.
That's better.
So much better.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, because I think I'm coming from Portland, and so I'm like, I'm thinking
True.
about how
True.
dark.
Now we're getting sunshine in San Jose. So.
I walked out of the hotel this morning and was like, oh, it's like beautiful 60 degrees. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like, this is amazing.
You're like, wow.
I'm like, why am I living in Portland? Someone tell me. My friends are like, please, no, come back.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, it's so
Ooh,
nice.
yes, Elena. January, maybe a snowflake. Oh, now we're just gonna add emojis, I guess, to everything. Maybe we need to just.
Should we do a snowflake for January?
I mean, it is kind of a cute little snowflake emoji.
Well, we do also have that.
Aw, Idara's in the chat. Hi, Idara. So
Where's
happy to have
everybody
you.
joining from? I'm
I
very
know, tell
curious.
us.
So I just said I'm from Portland. Well,
Yeah.
I'm actually from the Bay Area, but I am currently
But you're living
in Portland.
Yes.
So that's me.
Yeah, I'm in San Jose, so I just did a little drive up. Oh my God, what a fun little snake emoji.
Isn't he so cute? Okay, what did someone say?
That's
Snowflake?
so fun. Yes, a little snowflake one. But yeah, tell us where you're watching from. I forget. I should know where Idara's based out of, but
I know.
I've hosted.
There's
Idara
like
before. She's
I
incredible. You
I
guys.
feel like I like host a lot of the same people, and
Yes.
then I'm like, but where did you say you're from again?
Hi, Robert. Thanks for being here, you guys, and thanks, Elena. You're killing it with the chat. Commenting all the things.
I do.
Bakersfield.
Really like...
She's from Bakersfield.
Oh, cool. Do you live in Bakersfield now?
Yeah. Oh, cute. I like that. I love this Inflate tool thing.
Isn't it fun?
It's so fun.
Ah,
I do that all the time.
not my notifications. Put those away.
Ooh, Robert's from Sweden? That's incredible.
Yeah, I feel like Robert's always joining from. I'm like, what time is it
You're
there?
like, what?
Oops. Let me.
Oh, another Bakersfield, Jose Lopez. Amazing.
Oh wow, that's so cool. I love we've got some Cali people in the
I
chat.
know.
Do we have anyone from down in LA? How's everybody doing
Yeah,
down there?
how is everybody doing? Oh, sending lots of love, and it's tough out there right now.
Yeah, it is.
Insane. I have some friends out there too. It's rough.
My little California heart is
I know.
hurting for.
I know.
I watch it on the news and I'm just like, oh man, okay.
I know, but that's why, you know, we got to keep doing things and being a part of a community to kind of help get through things, you know? You guys, how are we? We have like a couple minutes left.
We're literally
almost at the end. And we got through to 3 months. What was
Yep.
the goal again?
12. It was 12 It was 12 months. It was literally 12 months.
12. Hey, look at how beautiful each of those are, though.
Listen, I'm gonna continue this calendar. I will send you
I'm so
a
excited.
calendar of it. It's probably gonna look completely different
It's-
from how
you
it
know,
looks right
that's okay.
now. It's gonna take me approximately
An hour is not enough time for like a really well-designed.
literally at this
project.
rate too. I won't finish this until the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I'll send it to you in time for
Okay,
2026.
perfect.
Yep. Yep.
Don't forget to change those numbers then.
Oh, I will need to. There's so much work that still needs to happen on here.
Oh, that's right. Idara is from Phoenix, and Leah is from Albuquerque. That's how you say that, right?
Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Yep. I've got some friends in Albuquerque right
Amazing.
now. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
You guys.
We looked at some
made
cool
it.
tools. We blended some stuff. We inflated some stuff.
Love
played
it. Can we
around
get a
with the
little zoom
grid.
in on the text real quick? Oh, sorry.
Oh.
There we go. Just real quick. Oh, wait, we removed the little squiggly. But for the other ones, for February, look how cute she is.
She's cute. Oh,
And then March.
this random little guy.
Random little guy. But
So random.
You guys, thank you so much for sticking around. We've got another stream up next with Andrew.
Yep. we're gonna be doing a lot of
yeah.
stuff in Express.
Yeah,
I think for
amazing.
Valentine's Day. So we're keeping on the holiday theme.
Oh, love it. Well, please stick around, have fun, and until next time.
Cool.
Bye.
See you guys very soon.
Oh, just kidding.
Happy Valentine's Day. We kind of
Happy-
did it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait,
Oh,
we're
that's
that way.
good.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to this, our Valentine's Day stream. Not on Valentine's Day.
Do you know like the little the
Oh,
Gen
the little
Z
one. Yes.
I like this one too.
Right? And then there was the, this one was a
I
thing
can't
for
do
a
that
while.
one.
Oh, I can do that one. Look at it. That looks great. It reminds me of the Roxy logo. So today we are creating some free templates for you for Valentine's Day. And we'll be making these in Express. I'll export them for you so that you can make your Valentines. Mostly, I want to focus on some 3D in Illustrator. If you haven't used 3D in Illustrator, it's really powerful. And that's what we're gonna do today. Do you have any plans for Valentine's?
Not yet.
Not
No, not yet.
There's still time.
I'm like there's a lot of time. I don't know. I was talking to some friends about throwing a Valentine's Day party, so maybe there's that.
Okay, that counts. I like Valentine's Day for candy.
Yep. What's your favorite Valentine's Day candy? Don't say the little hearts.
No, I like the Reese's. I like Reese's.
Okay.
Like a little like Reese's heart.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about that.
Okay.
But speaking of the little hearts, we're going to be making this today. That is definitely what we're going to be making today. So let's go ahead and hop into Illustrator. And here's the easiest way to make a heart in Illustrator.
Okay,
You make a
I've
square.
Always wondered this, so please. Let's
Then you're
see.
going to rotate it. You're
Okay.
going to use the direct selection tool to delete this top point.
Boom.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
ready? Now, we are just going to put a stroke on it, right? Like a red stroke. And then come over to our stroke panel, and we are going to increase this stroke.
Okay.
And just keep it going until we have this kind of heart. But we're just gonna round the edges, and now we have a nice little heart, and you keep going, and boom, we've made a heart.
What?
So then from there, we can just select this, go to Object, Expand, and boom, heart.
That's actually the craziest thing that I've ever seen.
It's the easiest way to make a heart in
That's
Illustrator.
amazing.
Isn't it great? So we've made a heart here, which is great. We are going to be trying to do some 3D with this. So I'm just gonna round out the edges just a tiny little bit so they're not so jagged. And then we are going to make another copy. And let's go ahead and make like the classic candy heart, right? And actually I'm gonna go to Adobe Color and see if we can find a color palette that is those hearts. So you can go to Explore, and then let's just do Candy Heart. And see,
Amazing.
okay, I'm not mad about these colors.
Yeah, they're a little Eastery.
They are a little Eastery.
But that's the true color of these
Okay,
things. So
yes.
I do feel like.
How about
that's-
this?
That's good.
Okay, let's do this one. So what I'm gonna do is just download this as a JPEG. I could also add it to the library. Where's it gonna add? To brand. Okay, let's see where that is.
You're like, which one is that?
Right, so we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go to our library and look at brand.
I
And boom.
personally have so many.
All of our colors are here. Which were the colors that we literally just picked? Because I just closed the tab.
Go.
These ones?
Color.
Here?
No.
No. It was these ones. Was it those ones?
No, I don't think so.
Chat.
Wait, was it go up again? Up.
Chat, how did I literally just miss the color
No.
scheme that we made? Okay, well, we're just gonna use one of those colors. That's hilarious that it just went away. We're gonna use these ones. I think that works. Yeah, sure. Why not? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make some little boxes. I don't need to actually. Let's just do this. Let's right click, and then we can go add theme to swatches. And now, boom, they're all in my swatches right here.
Amazing.
So let's go ahead and start playing around with the classic pink heart. And we want to make this into 3D, right? I want it to be kind of dimensional. So we're going to select it, and then we're going to go to Effect, 3D Materials. We are going to do Extrude and Bevel. Okay, we're getting closer there.
Cool.
Also, if you haven't used Project Neo, please try it. We are going to do a little bit more depth there. Right, that's about candy heart width, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Let's, if you wanted to, you also can twist. If you haven't done a twist, you can do, like the 3D twist.
It's like an eraser.
It does. We probably want to do a bevel here of like a little bit of a rounded edge. So we're gonna do round, and then change the width so that it's just like a little bit.
Yep.
And then, actually, like that, right? And then maybe a little bit.
A little less deep, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying not to break people's teeth. So from there, that actually looks good to me. Let's do a couple different things on here. The first is that I want to add on some text here. So what is some text that we would find on like a candy heart?
Well, love or crush.
Ooh, I like
Cute.
that.
Crush.
Yes.
Crush is good.
Let's do crush, crush, crush. Little, what? Crush. Okay. A little Paramore moment.
Oh my God, I was just listening to Paramore.
Crush, crush. I saw them 3 times last year.
Really?
Yeah, I love
Whoa.
Paramore. Okay, so we're gonna find some type here that looks good for like a, I want something just super simple here. Maybe something a little more condensed.
Yeah.
So let's look condensed and then, sure, that looks good. This needs to be in like that classic deep red, I think. And what you can do is you can actually create a symbol out of this and then place it in 3D space onto your object. So all you need to do is we're gonna select this, and I'm just gonna make a copy and outline it, and drag it into the panel right here.
Cool.
So dragging into the 3D panel is going to add it to your materials, and now I can select this, just click and drag, oops, and it's going to place it onto that for me.
Oh, easy.
Right? And you can see it can like wrap around the edges if we want to like misprint it or anything.
Yeah.
We can do that very easily, but I'm just gonna put it right here, and that looks good to me. Now, that doesn't look quite good to me. Hold please.
Is it like?
It's like not right, right?
Yeah, it's almost, maybe is it not on like the right surface? No,
It's it's just not centered correctly. Okay, close enough. Got it. Okay, so we have a candy heart here. I actually don't like the lighting on this, but that's fine. We'll deal with that in a second.
It's pretty harsh.
I'm gonna make a copy of this because I want to add some texture to this. So we're gonna go to materials right here, and I maybe wanna do like a more chalky kind of material. So you can search through here and find a material that works for you. And let's try this carved concrete. That probably won't look great, no. And as you can see, it's going to like kind of place these materials onto the object. That one like literally made me cringe. And I want something that is more, I think that's probably closer.
Yeah.
So we're going to change the resolution, and then we are going to repeat it a bunch of times. What?
Whoa.
What is happening?
Wild.
Chat, something really weird happened. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try it here. We are going to do our extrude. I think what's happening is it's using, because I have a symbol on it, it's doing like some weird stuff with the symbol.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Let's go ahead and round this. Just a little bit. All right.
We've got Aaron in the chat saying, is there an amount of chalk taste slider?
I know, right?
And I think that they're probably wondering, if there is a slider, this is definitely at the top of the chalk taste.
Yes.
And I would say, just off the top of mind, like Butterfingers or Sour Gummy Worm is at the bottom of the chalk slider taste. Slider?
Okay, have you ever had Fun Dip? Like a...
Yes.
Yes, that's just pure chalk.
That's literally just chalk. I mean, it's like chalk sugar.
Yes.
Which is, as a kid, I was like, okay.
Okay, I'm not mad about this. Paper roughness, probably down. Grain intensity, no. Fiber length, no thank you. Plant fiber color, this is what we want. We want this to be like in that pink. And then I think there's one more color here, stain density. There we go. Okay, so let's do this in like just a light pink.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. That was
So
pretty realistic.
if you want to play around with the settings of your substance, you can do that here. The substance. I know, today's theme is the substance. But substance materials right here, you can play around with those materials to get a nice little shade. We also could have kept this white and then add some lighting here. And we can make that lighting into a light pink. And it's going to give us that pink candy heart. So let's see if we can
Yeah, can we like decrease the strength of the shadow?
Yes, so something else we can do is just add another light. So you can go here in your 3D and click on plus, and it's gonna add in another light, so that way the shadow isn't so harsh down here. And we can change this to be like a light pink, or you can change it to like a blue and get like a nice blue shadow on the edge. Ooh, that's cute.
That is cute.
I'm not mad. Okay, so that's really cute. I'm obsessed.
Whoa, I love that.
Right? And I think that that looks pretty fine for 3D, and then we can add some text on it, text onto it. Let's do another version of it so it looks like maybe they're like falling hearts. And this one we're gonna do kind of like this angle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this angle, and maybe this one, just to play around with a different style, we want it to be more metallic. So what we can do is we can come up here into our materials, and we're just gonna go back to the default material. And then we can come down here to roughness and metallic and turn metallic all the way up. And now we get like this very like 90s, right?
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
That's my favorite one.
Yes, it's by far my favorite. And so then we can change the lighting here to be a little more intense to give us like those nice highlights. Let's maybe hit it with one more light. There we go.
Wow.
Right?
Oh my God.
That's like glowing right in the center. Bring the intensity down just a little bit. Okay, cool. So this will be like our 90s style, and I want to do like a couple. Oh, it's so cool.
I love her
And you can see the reflection. And again, we are
Of the light?
literally just in Illustrator right now.
That's
It's
crazy.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do, I think, we'll maybe do a couple hearts here. And let's try this, chat, is we're gonna do a couple hearts. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all of these into Express so that you can play around with them on your own time and make some templates. So I am gonna make like a couple copies.
Oh, someone says it looks like glazed chocolate.
Oh my goodness.
We gotta stop talking about candy. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, our studio manager literally just brought food in here, and so we are all
I
hungry
know. I'm
during
like
this
smelling the
stream.
food. I'm like, oh man.
Get out. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm going to add in all of our fun little colors. And I like working like this because we can really have a cool effect by putting some of these in the front and some of these in the back. Yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah?
Put the yellow one behind it again. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then maybe here? No. Okay, hate it, love it, whatever. All right, so what we're gonna do with these hearts is we are gonna come in here, we're gonna select them all, and this time we're going to go to Effect, and again, we're using our 3Ds. We're gonna do 3D materials, and this time we're gonna do Inflate. And what's fun with Inflate is when you have like objects like this that are all individual, it's going to inflate all of them individually, but we can come over here and maybe we want to do a little bit more depth, and then maybe we want to inflate both sides, and we can go to lighting, and we can turn up, actually let's go to materials, turn up the metallic. Yeah.
Whoa.
Let's leave the roughness about there, because I really want it to shine.
Yep.
And then go to our lighting, add in a bunch more lights. So let's go ahead and do that like cool chrome neon. These are gonna be like Mylar, right?
Yeah, like Mylar balloons.
Yep. And then maybe one down here in the corner. Oops. Or to just add that light. There's
Maybe to the top right.
3, there we go.
Wow.
Okay, and let's do this one green. So let's do like a hot green. Right?
Oh.
And this one's gonna be like a neon blue. And then this one up here will be like our bright red hit. So fun, right?
Whoa.
I think it needs a little more brightness on all of these.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's add one more light just in the center that's gonna be a white light. Right? Very iridescent here.
Oh my
Love
gosh,
this.
it looks so good.
So it's cool with all of these selected, because it wasn't a group, it's going to move these individually. I say that now, but let's see what happens. Yes, it will move these individually, right? So we can start to get like this cool effect. And it looks like there's way too much depth on these.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because we can play around with this one looking good by itself. So what I'm gonna do is one more version of this, and we're just gonna paste this down, and I'm gonna delete all those settings that we just did. So I'm gonna delete the 3D and materials, and now I'm gonna group it. And when I group it, now I'm going to try to do, again, that inflate. And this time, because it's a group, it's gonna cut out all these pieces. So it's gonna create this really like bubbly look. And what I love about this is as we take the metallic up, it's going to start reflecting the other pieces here.
Oh, cool.
And so we're gonna keep the roughness, yeah, about there. Let's add back in the lighting. And I think we did like, we're doing this pink, and then let's do another one on the side that is blue. Let's do white, and then let's do blue down in the corner.
Oh,
I love 3D and Illustrator.
Yeah, oh, it's so cool.
Great, okay, love that, super fun. And what we're gonna do now, chat, I shouldn't do this right now, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna save this first. We're gonna do a quick little shadow. So what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and turn on shadows, and that's gonna do a shadow kind of to the side based on the lighting. We are going to do behind object. We also could do below object if we want them to be floating, but it's not gonna be the perspective that we want right now. Distance from object, you see that we can kind of pull them away so they float a little bit maybe.
Yeah.
And then increase our shadow bounds. And what we're gonna do, chat, is we are gonna go up here and we are going to do ray tracing, and then we're gonna hit it with a, do we go YOLO? Let's do it. We're gonna hit it with a high and render.
not?
And what it's gonna do, and this is why I love 3D in Illustrator, it's gonna like really think about it, but it's going to render that as a high quality with ray tracing, and you'll see the reflections of the other hearts on it,
Okay,
like in little,
okay.
like the little like bubble
Of
reflections.
the other hearts on each other heart.
Yes, and do you know what ray tracing is?
Nope.
Okay.
Can you tell me?
Yes, I have so much knowledge for you. So ray tracing is basically taking each ray of light that is being projected onto this based on how metallic it is and how rough it is, and then tracing where that ray of light would continue to bounce to. And so it
Gotcha.
gives you this very like progressive, oh, I'm gonna sneeze so hard, sorry. Oh my gosh.
Let it out.
So it basically is going to be
like
bouncing the
move away
light. I'm gonna die. It's bouncing the light so that it gives you a realistic render, because it's trying to think of like how would the sunlight bounce on these objects.
Yeah, so it's giving you a very realistic effect.
Yes, and while this is rendering, which I knew would take a little while, we're gonna go over to Express, and I am going to make some, what do we wanna do? Instagram square posts? Do we wanna do cards? There it is.
Like print cards, bless you.
There it is. We did it, chat.
I feel like Instagram.
Okay.
We
did it.
You're free, you're clear.
I'm
Deep breath.
free, clean, clear, and under control. Okay, so let's do an Instagram square. Instagram's not square anymore though, right?
No, they're kind of like slight vertical.
I wonder what the new dimensions are. And
I
also,
think it's 1350 by 1080.
Thank you.
1350 tall.
All right, 1350 by 1080.
Other way.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
We also might completely lose the file that we're working on in the background, chat, so just know that.
Please, no.
Also, hold please, chat. Oh no, that's empty. Are there tissues over there? Oh boy. All right, studio manager, stop eating. Okay, so yes, I'm allergic to your food. What's in your food? I might be allergic to it.
being hungry.
Yeah, right? Okay, so we were working here, and I'm just gonna set a background color. And what's cool is I can come in to your stuff, and we can set what color we're gonna be using. So we're gonna go to libraries, we're gonna go to brand, and now we have our colors in the brand set for us. At least we should. Yep, right here. So we can go color palettes, and we can click. Oh, I can literally just hear myself.
Yep.
That's all right. All right, page theme right here. You see it's applied that page theme, so I can add that pink to the background. Chat, your job is to watch this and see if it's actually moving at all at any point.
Give us a shot when it's done.
Yeah. So from there, we are gonna thank you, Studio Manager. We're gonna add some text, and Cory's gonna talk for a second while I go and blow my nose over here.
Okay, so if we're thinking about Valentine's Day text, I feel like, I mean, obviously Happy Valentine's Day, but I liked our crush, crush, crush theme. And so if we maybe keep that going with the crush, crush, crush of like, either, I mean, I guess we're probably giving this to our Valentine or sending it to our Valentine.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
my crush, crush, crush. That could be a choice of on song.
I like that.
Just saying. But I liked our crush, 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 so I feel like we should keep something like that.
Okay, I like it.
Going.
Let's do it. Illustrator is thinking still in the background, but let's go ahead and put like, make a couple pages that we can just start dropping stuff onto. And chat, by the end of the stream, this will be a remixable template for you to work with. Oh, it just did a thing. I think it
Is
finished.
it done?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
So chat, you can see that it's got all our lights with all the shadows.
That's crazy.
And the 3D, it's like, this is just
Oh,
Illustrator.
the shadows.
It's just
Wow.
Illustrator, right? And so what we can do is I am going to,
I mean, I thought the other ones looked good, but now I'm like, they look like nothing compared to
yes,
that.
the second you start ray tracing, like everything gets crazy.
Wow.
So we're gonna make an artboard and we are gonna convert this to an artboard. And then I'm just gonna export this artboard so that we have it right off the bat. So export as, we are gonna do a PNG, use our artboard, range 2. We're gonna save this into our desktop and we are going to export this. That's not it, right? Hold on. This is number 2. Export as, hearts, desktop, range 2, no suffix, export. Why are you not showing up?
Huh.
Let's see if it's just not showing in the preview. Oh, we got it.
Okay.
Okay, great. So now what I
Wow.
can do is we can literally just come over to Express and I'm just gonna drag and drop that. Yay!
That's amazing.
It's
Especially
so
on the colored
good.
background.
Uh-huh. And so because it's a PNG, you can get all the shadows.
Yep.
And it looks so good there. I am not mad about that.
And even the transparency of the PNG, I'm like, that's, it like is amazing, the quality.
Okay, love that. And then maybe let's do some text effects here. So let's go to text and we can do generate text effects. And let's do like a Mylar balloon right here. And what do we want to say? What do we want this card to be?
Crush? Something to do with crush?
Yes, let's do it. Ooh, are there any, like, I'm trying to think, you said Troy, and now I'm just thinking of like Valentine's songs that we could do.
Probably not Bloom.
I know, you, yeah, okay, we'll do Crush. You are my, okay, and let's try to change this from being like Mylar to maybe just like pink metallic. Okay. Did I spell metallic wrong? Two L's?
2 L's, yeah.
Will that make a difference? No. Let's try shiny. Okay, let's try pink chrome.
Marcy said Be Mine is also good.
Oh, I like that. Okay, I'm not mad about the shiny. Let's just try chrome and see if that works. Again, we could render this in Illustrator and it probably would look,
Have a little bit more control.
yeah, well, okay, let's just do that. Sure.
But this gives it kind of that same vibe too.
Y2K, baby.
Yeah.
All right, so you're my, and then let's do crush at the bottom here.
You're my
Crush.
crush.
Cute.
Super, super cute.
Okay, love it. Let's go ahead and add another page same size. And this one, the background color is going to be this nice little green. And I think this one, I got the idea. I got the idea 100%. We're going to do this like reflective version. Actually, let's do this version. Just because I like these colors. And I'm gonna do like a bunch of them in different variations.
Yeah, like they're falling.
Uh-huh. Okay, maybe some rotation here. And then maybe
Nice.
one more over
Yeah.
here that's maybe falling like this way. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Let's copy these. Actually, okay, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, ooh, this is gonna be so cute. Okay, I think. We are gonna do, I think, I am falling for you. Okay, and what I think I can do is I'm just going to drag each of these in as symbols and then put them onto the respective 3D objects. So all symbols, and now select this and say, I think. Why?
Why does it keep doing it? It worked before.
Yeah, it's because it's repeating. Okay, there's another way that I can do this. Chat, we're gonna do this so many different ways. Okay, so what we can do is, because it's not working because I have a material already applied to it, I think, but what I can do is we're just gonna go ahead and rasterize each of these. So we're gonna go to Object Rasterize on each of these, and there's a new tool in Illustrator called the Mockup tool. Rasterize there, and then one more. And chat, don't worry, these are going to be a part of the template for you and you can use them. So with this selected, I'm going to select my art and the heart and then go to Object, Mockup Make, and it's going to assess the image and then make a mockup for me so that I can put it onto that object in 3D space. I don't know why it's not working. I'm guessing because I have the paper texture material and some text on there, but this is working just fine.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oops. Scale that up. And then we also are going to change the blending mode here to multiply. And what's cool is you can change the blending mode on your text.
Because it's a mockup, probably.
Because it's a mockup. Okay, love that. And then we're gonna do the same thing. I am falling for you. And then we'll just remove the backgrounds in Express. Okay, so where did I go? Mockup. Create mockup. Oh, this is fun. This is gonna look good. Yay. Cory. Or chat, can you give some suggestions of what we could put on here for another version, or like another pun, or what could our next one be?
Yeah, like what's a cute, I'm looking for people in the chat. Apurva, do you have any ideas for what we could do? Like a cute Valentine's Day message. I think I'm falling for you is cute. Well, okay, like we've got balloons, so I'm kind of like, you make my heart pop. So we could do like kind of a fun balloon.
Oh, I like that.
That's a cute one. They're candy, so we could do kind of like a
sweet,
good enough to taste. So sweet.
So sweet.
Your personality is so sweet.
Okay. Are there any other, like, Valentine's is just hearts, right? Like, there's nothing else that we could really do. And I guess if the theme is like candy hearts, this checks out.
Yeah, it works with the theme.
And you can see how well the mockup tool is like finding that angle and that perspective. It's really, really powerful tool.
You could potentially do like chocolates.
Ooh, we could do chocolate, and we could definitely do some like texture chocolate too. We can we can get a really good texture going on the chocolate. Okay, so chat, we are going to have to remove the background on these just because of the way that it is.
You rasterize them, right?
Yes.
But that's easy peasy.
Yep, so we're just gonna click here and go to remove background. It's like easier than easy peasy. Express is so good. Look at that.
Wow.
Remove background. Easy. Thanks, Express. Remove background. Oh, and this is gonna be, hold on. We might spend a little bit of time here because, all right, let's go ahead and group all these and then I'm gonna shrink them down just a little bit. I do like the idea of them kind of floating off the page.
Yeah, the bleed is really nice.
Oops.
Uh-huh.
Right here?
Oh, that looks amazing.
Okay, I am obsessed.
It's so cute.
And wait, it gets cuter because what we can do, I like that one on its own.
Yeah.
Okay, what we can do is now we can go and click on animation and then go to animate all and have them waterfall in. So I'm gonna click on waterfall and
Amazing.
it's so fun. So I am going to change the layer timing here. So we're gonna go to show layer timing. I'm gonna expand this a little bit. And then as I click on these, I can change when they are coming in so that we have a little bit more space between each time when they kind of like fly in. Let's see if that looks better.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I love it. Okay, so something else that's happening is it's fading, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna go here, click on drop, and we are going to start outside the page and not fade.
Yeah.
We also are going to, let's do that on all these real quick, and then I wanna do some kind of like bob for them as they're
As
on
they
the
kind
page.
of land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go here, and chat, if you are a designer that is not an animator, you can use Express. Express is so good. And again, we're working directly from Illustrator into Express and animating.
Well, and like I have learned how to do all of this in After Effects, and I don't really need to anymore because it's just got all these perfect little presets.
Okay, I think Bob. Ooh, that's kind of fun. I'm not mad about it. Oh wait, yo-yo, what's that do?
Oh,
Okay, it's a little too much.
but you can also turn down the
Bob.
strength of them.
Yes. Okay, so let's just do the Bob. Here, loop, Bob, here, loop, Bob. And then do we want them to drop out? Let's do that. Out, drop. Yes, there, okay. Here, there. Lots of clicks happening. I wish that you could copy and paste the animation effects.
Yeah, that would be really helpful.
Express team,
Listen up.
listen up. We want some features here. Oh wait, did I just change that one?
Oh, I don't honestly.
Oh,
don't
did I
even-
change it to drop? Oh no. Oh no. Oh chat.
Oh,
I'm not mad about it.
No, it
okay,
looks
I do
really
think
cool.
that I need to.
that would be great for the balloons too.
Okay, I love it. I'm not even gonna put this on and out. I'm gonna take the out away. Okay, super fun, and I agree. The balloons like
Yep.
floating up could be
Floating
really
in.
fun.
Yep.
Okay, so I think I am falling for you. I'm gonna
Perfect.
change the order of this a little bit. Falling for you. And that way they just like come down in front of each other. It's so cute.
Amazing.
All right, cool. Next page. We're making as many of these as we can, chat,
I know we're working at a record pace.
just for you. Blue, obviously, for the sky. And let's make some balloons.
Okay, which balloons are we gonna use?
Could we use these? Like, could this be? That looks like chocolate.
It does. It looks more like chocolate.
Okay. These are kind of balloony.
Yeah, those are the most balloony. But you could also, because you made some that weren't overlapping, so you could use.
Oh yeah,
those
are
ones.
these?
Yeah, those are.
Oh yes. Okay, let's do that. And chat, I think. Yeah, let's just use these. Let's use these.
What do you think?
I think I can copy and paste these in here actually. Yep. So chat, even though these are like super complex 3D objects, copy and paste.
Boom.
I did that one twice. Oh, I also did the red one twice. So we can paste these in, and then what did we say was the thing?
The drop and loop.
We had something cute for like what the saying was.
You make my heart pop.
There it is.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe up here.
Yeah, and I wonder if you could do like a 3D text, render a 3D text with a balloon effect too. Maybe that like pops in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Amongst the balloons.
100%. So we want these to. We want them to kind of float in, right? Maybe the red one is in the center and it's like larger than the rest.
Yeah, that feels like thematically correct.
Okay. Yes, 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 and no. All right, these are a little too big, right?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that they're like filling the space,
I agree.
but you don't, and you don't really lose that they're hearts either, because the red one. Yeah.
Okay, love, fun. Okay, and then we can totally put some text on here. Let's definitely animate all, and we're gonna have these sunrise. Okay, and I hate that they're fading.
Yep, no fade.
See, I wanna be able to edit all of them. All right, that's fine. Let's go in here, and we can just turn off the drift in. No fade, start outside. Yes, love.
Perfect.
And then we also want the loop to be
The bob.
this bob, I think. Drift, drift, boom, boom, loop, bob.
Wow.
This one I want maybe to, yeah, right, drift in and bob. I think that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, drift in, click, 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 click.
Click, 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 click.
Welcome to Adobe Live, where we're clicking.
Where we can make so many clicks.
Uh-huh, the most clicks. I wonder what's the most clicks ever done in a stream.
Hundreds of thousands?
We're setting it today. All right, let's see how that looks.
Oh, that's they even slow down a little bit right as they go up.
Yeah, it's pretty perfect. Okay, so this one I don't want to bob. I'm going to have it loop. We're gonna turn this. Oh, actually, let's turn this off, and then I'm going to add in the text here. And the text I'm going to do as, I think, the Mylar balloon. Maybe this one. It's kind of like balloony.
Yeah.
And this one we're going to say,
You make my heart pop?
you make my heart pop. Oops. We are going to align this to the center. And I also don't like it being blue. Not a fan of the blue. Let's go ahead and just do silver.
Classic Mylar. Color.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Love it. We are going to change the spacing. You can do all of your regular spacing and stuff here. Line spacing closer. We do want to align it to the center. And then let's go ahead and make it smaller and put it right there in the middle. And what we're going to do is I'm going to group these together. Actually, let's go ahead and turn off the drift because we want these to come in together. So here, and then we are going to drift in. We're going to go up, fade, off the page, loop. We are going to do the bob. And now it should all kind of move in together. Are you ready, chat? Let's see. Yay!
Amazing.
So fun, so fun. Okay, cool. Great, love it. Chat, that's number 3. Let's go ahead and make one more. And this one, let's see.
Should we do chocolate?
We should do chocolate.
Let's
I think
do chocolate.
this is gonna be the most chocolate version that we have. So let's try to make this into like a dark, ooh.
That's so nice.
Oh my gosh, I love these colors.
I know, they're so yummy.
Okay, so let's go to our lighting here, and this is where we need to change these to be maybe just a little bit more bright on the edge. This one is gonna need to definitely go to more of an orange hue. Ooh.
Yep.
And then I think I can leave this one white. Ooh, yeah, if I can get the edge right there. Perfect, okay. Right? Chocolate?
Yep.
Maybe more intense, a little brighter on this side. There we go. That looks like a chocolate,
That's
right?
so nice.
Okay. Ooh, I'm obsessed. Okay, so let's go ahead and what do we want to do here?
Can we make it say something?
Yes, and then like maybe we'd like,
Like a deboss?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is because I know I want this style exactly, I'm gonna come over here and save it as a graphic style. So we're gonna, with all this selected, we're gonna click and save as a graphic style. And now I can take a heart that I have up here and we can
Yeah.
put some text on it that maybe we wanna put, what do we wanna put? Chat, any like ideas for chocolate?
Like you're so sweet.
Oh, I like that. You're so sweet. Okay, cute. And what we're gonna do is we are going to center this in the heart. Oh, which is not gonna be actually centered because it's a weird shape. And then we are going to, what are we gonna do here?
Can you add it as
Let's see what happens if I just select both of these and go. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Okay, we are gonna like punch this out. Yes, we're gonna select both of these and go up to our Pathfinder and punch it out. And then we're gonna apply our graphic style. Let's see what happens here.
Whoa.
Yes, okay, that's what I thought. It's red? You're green. Okay, so let's go here and see if that is going to fix. Okay, yes, I do need it to be like a dark brown. Color picker, there we go. Okay,
Yeah.
cute. It's doing a lot of weird stuff in here.
Yeah, there's like the weird kind of angles in there.
Yes, I think what's happening is there's a setting to round bevel, which is what we want. We want bevel inside, and we want bevel both sides, I think. And then we also want, there's a setting for like draw hidden faces.
Whoa, what does that mean?
Aspirations wireframes, no. Custom rotation, no. Repeat width. Height maybe needs to be less. Width needs to be less. Interesting. Okay, depth, twist, taper. Taper? No.
Yeah, it might be weird too because you punched. It's like technically a hole
It
straight
is.
through.
Yes. All right, chat. Not sure about it, but I actually, hold on. Let's just do this. Because we're going to be making this chocolate, I am going to do a quick medium ray trace. See if that helps. You don't have to reduce noise. You can just make it for me. And see if that helps smooth out those weird edges. Sometimes if you have weird edges, it just is rendering it like not completely, or it's hitting like a weird something. I'm guessing those will be smooth once we ray trace this out, and then I can copy and paste. It made it worse.
Somehow looks more realistic and less realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
All right, let's try this, chat. I'm gonna undo this for a second. And then what I'm gonna do, actually, let's do this. Because I just did that as a graphic style, I can come over here. Oh, this is the ray tracing. Okay, let's undo this immediately after it's done. I can go in, I can turn off the graphic style, edit the graphic, and then turn the graphic style back on. So it's very easy to go back and forth. So we can come over here, graphic style, boom. You can see this is literally the shape that we have. And what I'm gonna do is we are just going to grab the text in here, and I am going to round out all those edges and see if that helps us. We also could go up to Effect. We could go to Stylize and go to Round Corners. And this might help us a little bit to just round the corners out. I don't know, let's see. So with that, corners are rounded, it looks worse. Let's go ahead and turn the 3D back on. Where did our 3D go? Hold on.
Are you selected?
I am. Okay. Okay, there's a 3D materials. Got it. Come in here. Let's round these out. Okay, deselect. There we go, 3D materials back on. I mean, didn't fix it, but
Oh, weird.
it's not terrible. Let's add another light. Let's add another light. That might be a good fix here.
Also, we've got some new people in the chat. Savindu, Savanta, thank you for joining us. How's everybody doing?
Hello, everyone.
We're approaching time, but just as a refresher, we're designing some Valentine's Day Instagram templates for you, and we're starting off in Illustrator. So we're playing around with this heart shape, we're playing around with different 3D textures and effects, and then we're bringing them on over into Adobe Express, where Andrew is making I guess, kind of templates. They're just like assets
Yes.
that people can go and access. He's gonna make them accessible for people. Once that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that. And then if we took it down into like a chocolate. Ooh!
Oh, I like that. It's like melty.
Yes, very melty. Okay, roughness, not as rough. Okay, this is very chocolate, right?
That's perfect.
Okay, great. Okay, obsessed with this, not mad about it.
Yeah.
Less wrinkles,
Whoa.
less intense. Okay, cool. So there's a lot of settings that you can play around with to create some really fun stuff. So I like this, but I do want to do like a isometric angle. So you can come down here and you can do off-axis front, and it's going to give you just like that, a little bit of a nicer look. And maybe actually let's do off-axis isometric top. Is that what I want? Off-axis top.
So if you are just joining us, just remember too that this is a recording, or this will be recording, so the full video will be uploaded as soon as this live stream is done. And so if you've missed anything, or if you have questions about how we got started or how we got to this point, go back to the live stream recording and you can play it all from the beginning.
Yep. So we're going to go to the front here, and then we are going to turn on our perspective, and that's going to give us a little bit of that perspective. And we also are going to change the depth here, and you'll be able to see that, like, if I move this just a little bit, we have, right, this nice little perspective. And I think that's what I want, is to be, right, like that. And then maybe it's not as deep.
Yeah.
I don't know why the edges are white, which I don't love.
It must just be the lighting, right?
It must be the lighting. All
Like
right,
the
we're using
angles
this one. Chat, you don't have to use this one, but you can if you want. Let's paste it in here. It's not good. Okay, that's fine.
Rest
in peace.
We're experimenting. Sorry, little chocolate.
Sorry, little chocolate.
This one's very cute.
This one is really cute, and I'm like 0% mad about it. So let's do this. Let's do this one, but let's do it in different colors, and then that way we can at least have one more version for you, chat.
Yeah, and we've got our little candies.
Yay.
Love that color.
Okay, and then a green one, great. And then let's do it so that all of these are kind of falling at different angles.
Yep.
And then maybe we'll create like a little pattern out of it or something.
It'd be cute if we had more time to make like a little box or something, show them like coming out of the box.
Yes.
Maybe that's
that would be
something someone
cute.
can do when they play around with these.
Yes, chat, if you want to play around with these assets. Ooh, I should bring those in separately so that you have them all separately. Here to help, chat. All right, paste that one. Paste that one. Paste that one. And paste that one. I messed up this one, but that's fine. It's just misprinted.
It adds realism.
Yes, thank
Yep.
you. Hello?
Come on.
1,
Where are
2,
you?
3, 4? 4.
Oh, did it?
There we go.
There
okay.
we go.
Ooh, maybe it is like the other one, to where it's kind of just like a fun pattern that like is repeating over and over.
Yeah, like duplicate them.
Yeah. So that it just like keeps going. Ooh, yeah, this is fun. Yes, 100%. And then, yeah, maybe it just like, I grab all of them and then just duplicate here.
That's cool. Yep, I like that.
And then grab it and put it on here.
And the typography is nice too. It like adds that extra element.
Yep. And I like the idea of like maybe moving these around individually a little bit more so that like the order just changes
Ever
the
so slightly.
Slightest bit,
Yeah.
yeah. Here, maybe this green one. Sir, what are you doing?
It's hiding.
Get out of there. Yes. Okay, chat.
Yep.
This is fun.
No, that's perfect. It's like 90s
Yes, it's very...
just like vapor wavy,
Yep.
retro.
Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's my least favorite. Okay, so what I can do is I can come in here and I'm gonna do, this one's my first, this one's my second, these two exist.
Yep.
Chat, if you want to, you can delete this text. Not crazy about it. You also can delete it here if you want. But I really like these assets, and now you have these assets available to you as well. Let's go ahead and, chat, I'm gonna make this a remixable template for you right now so you can have it. I'm gonna make a template, and I'm going to name this Valentine's Adobe Live. We are going to change this to a public link, create a public link.
Cool.
All right, chat, and once this public link is created, you can just type in each of those, and then our mod's gonna go ahead and I'll make a QR code for you. Way easier. Way easier. You can just scan it with your phone, open it in Adobe Express on your phone. All these functionalities are there as well, and you can grab it there. And mod, no, I'm not gonna make you do that. I'll put it in chat. And
Drop
then the
the link
mod can repost it. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how you can print these and deliver them to your home.
Oh, or to your Valentine's home.
Or to your Valentine's home. That's what I should have said. All right, QR code, chat. There you go. Oh, here, move that. Let's move Cory. Chat, oh wait, chat. There's your QR code. Scan that away, and you will be able to download these templates and send them to your Valentine. And if we want to hop back to our headshots real quick, I'll see if I can post this in the chat for all of you to have this as well. What have we done today? Let's do a recap.
We have done, oh my gosh, we've done so much.
test.
So we have started in Adobe Illustrator, where Andrew created this, first of all, the heart hack that you showed us. He showed us how to create a heart out of a square. You're gonna need to go back to the instant replay because I'm not gonna do a good job of describing this, but you showed us a really quick hack for creating a perfect heart in Illustrator. And then we played around with the 3D tool, 3D effect tool, which you made the hearts of all different like shapes and depths, different lightings, played around with lightings and different rendering effects as well. And then brought those over into Adobe Express, where we animated them.
Yep.
And from there, created some assets that are on the link in the chat.
Yes.
That the mod will make clickable for you.
Yes, Idara, if you can just copy and paste that, the message that I posted on Behance, that'd be great. It'll be clickable because you're a mod and I'm not. Who knows
And Penny
why?
Doodles scanned it and said that it works. So thank you, Penny Doodles, for checking that out.
Thank you. All right, back to me. So here's your QR code, screenshot that. If you don't have it, the link will also get reposted in the chat. But we are going to go ahead and send this to our house. So we're going to, or to our Valentine. So we're gonna go here to this print button right there, and we want this to be a nice folded card. We are going to hit duplicate and resize, and it is going to take our document, duplicate it, and resize it to the size that we need for our card to be shipped to our crush.
Wow.
So now we have this, and you can see here immediately we have, boom.
Oh, so cool. Oh, and
Right?
it gives you a little mock-up too.
A little mock-up, and then we can see the inside. It has all of our other art, and then the back, it has, you make my heart pop. Aww. So you can make a card, and you can see that we can pick out which art goes on which page over here. Sorry, studio, can we go to the other side again? Travel. There we go. So you can see right here, it has all the different sides, all the different kinds of paper that you can do, and then you can add it to your cart.
Amazing.
My favorite thing to do is we could put this on a shirt if we wanted to.
Shut up.
So I can select this, we can come down here and say, what do you want to print? And I want to put this on a shirt. We are going to duplicate and resize. It is going to duplicate this and put it on a shirt for me. And the coolest thing is it does a mock-up. It does such a good mock-up. So we can come over here and we can go boom, and then go to front video. Check it out.
Stop.
It's so good.
What? Oh my God.
Honestly, this is like Forever 21
That's
is selling
crazy.
out of this. Like February 1st, this is gone. Forever
Oh my
21.
God, your crush is gonna be so happy.
I know. And then there's a video for the back. I think I'm falling for you.
I love that one on the back too.
Right? Isn't it so cool that it does these live mockups?
Yeah,
And so if I
that's
wanted to, I
wild.
could come in here, I could do it. It's like 25 bucks a shirt because we're doing back and front. We also could change the color if we wanted to. So maybe we want it to be on a red shirt. You just click on red shirt and then come back to our
amazing.
mockup and boom, here is the front video.
Also $25, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
not
Look,
bad.
right?
Oh my God, amazing.
Kind of fun. So play around this in Adobe Express. Please remix my templates and chat. It's been fun. I believe there's more content coming up right after this with our friend Phil and Lucas O'Keefe. If you want to learn a little bit more about Adobe Express, stay tuned. This is Cory.
This is Andrew.
And bye.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye, everybody.